Hey Stern fans, welcome to Fine Time, the show where you, the fans, get the opportunity to ask questions and interact with your favorite Stern Show staffers, whack backers, and celebrity superfans. I'm your host, Rachel Fine. Now, the Stern Show first became aware of my guest today when they saw him running across the field at a Major League Baseball game carrying a banner with Howard's name on it. He went on to compete in Get John's Job and World's Meanest Listener contest, both of which he lost. His breakups with his girlfriends and his ex-wife have all played out on air. And despite all of this, he has gone on to co-create and star in a hit TV show called Brickleberry on Comedy Central. Please help me welcome a man who is the most angry, racist, homophobic person on the planet. It's Yucko the Clown.
Hey, yay, what a nice intro.
That was pretty good, right?
Yeah. What a fucking amateur.
Oh, well, yeah. Thank you very much, Yucko. We're off to a great start.
Hey, listen,
yes?
My eyes are up here.
I can't even see your eyes, but I'll take your word for it. Question from John S. John asks, do you feel vindicated now that Brickleberry makes you look like less of a loser?
What?
That's his question. John wants to know if you feel vindicated now that Brickleberry makes you...
Who approved that fucking question? You?
This is
Richie?
I don't pick the questions. I just ask you the people's questions.
Jesus Christ. I feel like a loser?
Do you feel like...
You're married to a douchebag with fucking Crohn's disease who sells shit mittens for a living. Okay?
I'm very proud of that douchebag.
Okay, well...
Do you feel vindicated now that Brickleberry is a success?
I do feel vindicated.
You feel good?
I feel fucking great about it.
Good. I'm proud of you. Jamie N. asks, what are you up to these days with women?
What am I up to these days?
Yeah, what's the story?
I'm up to my elbow and pussy.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah. Congrats.
Pardon my French. But yeah, up to the elbow and slimy meat, gross pussy.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well.
Is there one gross pussy that you're involved with, or?
Yeah. You know, I can pretty much walk into a bar and throw a nickel and then hit the first fat whore I see.
That's what you go for?
Yeah. I was poor growing up, and I used to have to f*** this fat chick in my neighborhood to play her Atari 2600. It's a true story, and so I've come a long way in the pussy world.
So there's no Mrs. Yucko on the horizon?
Oh, fuck no. Never again.
Done?
No.
Okay. Follow-up question from Papacito M. He asks, give us your best road pussy story.
Best road story. Oh, it was when Howard was taping shows out in Vegas. I went into this one room, and there was like a threesome going on with a midget, not one of our regular midgets, but and then I jumped in the middle of it.
Honestly, you had a threesome with a midget?
Yeah. Joe M. asks,
when was the last time you washed your clown suit?
Jesus Christ. 1999. Next.
Okay.
F you, Jeff.
Jeff L. asks, that was Joe, I think.
Joe, f you, Joe.
Jeff asks, when was the last time, if ever, that you did stand-up without the costume?
Oh, God, yeah. 1991. I'm just gonna throw random dates out there.
Are you just making it up?
Yeah. 1991. It was a calm day, fall day in September. Yeah.
But you did stand up before the costume.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll do it again now that you're retiring?
I don't know.
Yucko?
I don't know.
Okay.
I like doing it in the costume because you can get away with more shit. You know?
I imagine.
Yeah.
Mike R. asks, have you ever taken a bit question from Elise C. Elise asks, as a child, what did you want to be when you grew up? Did it involve show business?
Let's see. As a child, I wanted to be... What was it? Oh, I wanted to be a paleontologist.
Really?
Like Ross from Friends.
Okay.
And dig up dinosaur bones because I thought dinosaurs were cool. But then I found out you had to learn like math and calculus and like that to dig up a bone. Are you kidding me? So I was like, it, I'll dress up like a clown and yell racial slurs.
Good backup plan.
Yeah.
Mike L. asks, have you ever wanted to fight Gary Delabate, and who do you think would win that fight?
Like fight?
Fight, physically.
Oh, God. I don't know. I'd just be afraid he'd bite me with those big teeth, you know? I don't know. He's got the advantage. He's got those big tombstone teeth and probably go right through my leg, so I don't know. I wouldn't with him. I think he'd win. I really do. I would surrender.
Wow. Follow-up question from Pete Q. Pete asks, how does it make you feel when Gary dangles Stern Show appearances in front of your face while making fun of your comedic abilities?
He can go himself, you know?
You haven't been funny on the show in ages. and you probably won't be on any soon because you suck on the show. And unless you come up with a new joke, which you haven't in a couple of years, I don't really see you coming back anytime soon.
His f***ing piece of shit TV show did 56,000 viewers. 56,000. I've got f***ing 1.5 million, you know? Who won? Who's got the comedic abilities now, huh? You f***ing go f***ing monkey kid. Go f*** yourself. And that's how I feel.
Thank you for sharing your feelings. Scott G asks, what do you consider to be your biggest accomplishment on the Stern Show?
Oh, God, just getting on the show, period. I mean, it's a f***ing, you know, I've been a fan forever of this shit. And, no, I think there's not one that really stands out. Just getting on the show, period, and letting Howard, like, plug Damn Show and all the projects and that I've been involved in. He's really instrumental in that shit. So.
Is there one memory of being on the show that's your favorite?
Let's see. Probably, actually, no. We were doing some Playboy evaluations. I really miss doing those, like where I was judging like Playboy chicks.
Yeah.
Like we're coming in, and there were some real fatties that came through, and it was good just to rip them apart.
Yucko, what about you?
I don't know. I think she may need a nose job, too.
No. No nose
No,
job.
look at it. It looks like a bird's beak.
Oh, you're off.
Where you from, Croatia?
And then the hot ones that came in, you know, it's hard to rip on them, but you still get to see some hot, flabby
It's win-win.
Yeah.
I want to thank Yucko for taking the time to answer the questions that you, the fans, submitted. Keep sending your questions in. You can tweet them, you can Facebook them, you can send an email or a video submission and even be a part of the show. And remember, this is your show, so don't screw it up. Until next time, I'm Rachel Fine, and I hope you had a fine time. Did you have a fine time today?
I had a f***ing great time.
I'm glad to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since this is your last appearance in the clown getup, why don't you just get it out of your system? What do you need to say? Really go out with a bang here as Yucko. Last time.
Well, I just want to say that I'm just really tired of a lot of people's bullshit, you know, and that everyone can go f*** themselves in the damn ass. If you didn't like my clowny behavior over the last few years, you can go f*** yourself, right in the f***ing ass. That's all I got. F*** you.
You angry?
I haven't spoken to him, but the way you're saying it makes it sound like you were busting his balls.
In fact, the way I looked at it was I was paying attention to Jeff in front of his new girlfriend. And
But I don't think,
I thought I was being nice.
Have you said I love you is the way to do it.
Well, then I got into and then she announced that she has 2 kids.
Uh-huh.
And I went, whoa.
Oh, no.
Howard voted her off the island.
I go, Jeff, is that going to be okay?
Are those immunity idols or are those kids?
I go, Jeff, are we all right with that? And I go, how's she going to go visit you in Guam or wherever you shoot Survivor? How's she going to visit you and with the 2 kids? This isn't going to work.
Yeah.
Jimmy's checking notes. What are your notes?
There's another thing I'm mad at Robin about also.
What?
Go ahead. What is it?
Oh, God, he made notes about that?
Yeah, I did. I made a note. I was listening yesterday, and just everything gets challenged. It's unbelievable. Robin, I listened to this show. How old do you think I am?
Oh, yeah, this is good.
How old do you think I am? Why do you think I'm your age? I'm 42 years old.
Jimmy announced that he always says to me, you know, I listened to you growing up.
I did.
Yeah, that's true.
What year did you guys start at NBC
You're actually
in New
right,
York?
because I'm 50.
Of course I'm right.
I'm 56. We had a feeling you were an adult already.
I'm not an adult.
I guess you've been around for a long time.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, I'm like an Olsen twin.
And so I think of you as older, maybe.
Because I'll talk to Jimmy, and he has, like, you know, similar influences as I do, like in Mad
He
Magazine.
seems to know about everything.
And then conveniently,
Well,
all of a
from
sudden,
New York.
he grew up listening to me, and I go, oh, shit. He doesn't seem that young.
I just called that into question. I said, grow up.
Yeah, no, I was a
Maybe
teenager.
he delayed his adolescence.
Someone wants to talk to you.
Uh-oh.
Who do you think it is?
I have no idea.
Take a
Stamos.
guess. No. Who do you think it is?
Adam?
Who loves you more than anything?
Who loves me? Oh, high pitch Eric.
Close.
Melrose Larry.
ETM.
Oh, Eric.
Eric the
really?
Midget. Yeah, your biggest
Oh,
fan.
no. He doesn't like me. I love him, is what it is.
Hey, Eric.
Good morning.
Good morning, Eric.
Howard, I have a bone to pick with you, but first I want to say hi to Jimmy and how is your family doing?
Hi, Eric. My family's doing very well. Thank you.
Does he know your family all that well?
Well, he came to the show, and I think he met, as you know, most of the staff is related to me.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey, by the way, I also want to thank Jimmy.
I met his uncle and his cousin Mickey.
What, Eric?
I said
Howard, I have bad news for you. When Eric came to the show, people were more excited that he was there than when you were there.
I had a feeling. I'd be excited, too. What is it?
Before Eric goes into his whole other thing, I got to ask Eric something. Is it true that you're boycotting Iron Man 2 because Robert Downey Jr. had a midget in Sherlock Holmes?
Where the fuck did you read that?
I don't know. Somebody sent that to me. They said you posted it.
Probably one of those idiotic imposter sites posted it, not me.
Spice Boy on the Bubba Show yesterday said the funniest thing I've ever heard. He was talking about how, he was talking about how somebody's always happy when they come in the room because you know what it's like? It's like when a midget comes in the room. Everybody suddenly has a good time. I don't know. But it's true. Can you argue with that?
You can't. It makes an evening.
It raises the level of delight significantly.
I was at a club once, and they had a midget who stood on the bar and sprayed the crowd down. We all loved it.
By the way, Stamos hates midgets.
I know. He's afraid of them.
And so once he was at my show, and I surrounded him with the band Mini Kiss. They happen to be on the show. They're miniature Kiss impersonators.
Yeah.
And I had them all come in the dressing room to say hello to him. And he really was horrified by it.
He freaks out.
What freaks him out about it? Maybe because he's so good looking, he's not used to seeing my point about Jimmy's party was everyone was so good looking that
not me. I mean, as Robin was so kind enough to point out yesterday.
I'm talking about every picture.
I was trying to make Howard feel better.
Well, every picture was just all these good looking people, and I just felt like a hideous monster because I thought I was good looking because I had a whole cool look going. I had my jacket.
That's what Ashton said. You had a look.
I had a whole cool look, and I thought I looked good. And then I saw the pictures, and I go, "Oh my God, it's like Herman Munster being at the fucking at school visiting Eddie's teacher." It was crazy. I said to Jimmy, Jesus Christ, these pictures. I mean, my God.
Yes, burn them.
Well, they're kind of fun, though. I do want the pictures.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
But I do want to thank Jimmy for having that great segment with my wife because, she wanted to please you and please me, by doing a good job. I don't know. There was a great rapport between the two of you, and she was really good with Jimmy, and Jimmy was really good. He was spewing out the funny lines, and I was very appreciative of that. I thought it was great.
Yeah, she was great. She really was. Yeah. She did well.
So that was kind of nice.
But, we do have ETM on the phone, right?
Well, ETM just hangs.
Well, he says he has a bone to pick with you.
Jim, by the way, in Raleigh, what did you want to say?
Yeah, Jimmy, did you notice how hard Beth's beautiful nipples were
during
the interview last week?
Did you notice that her nips were hard during the interview?
I did not notice that.
That's funny because Beth said to me in that dress, she goes, "Do you think I should wear nippets?"
Those things that cover your nipples?
And I said, you know what? You're on Jimmy's show, especially even if you're tanking. If your nips are out there,
people won't notice.
It's a positive.
Yeah, that'll be good for Jimmy's ratings.
I have to concentrate because I'm an animal very hard on when there's attractive female guests on the show on looking at their head, and to the point where I will go overboard with it, and I'll only look at their forehead, and, their nose and above, because I don't want to be leering on the show.
Let me ask you, I know you don't want to appear that way. I told you what happened. I was on Jay Leno's show 100 years ago with Jewel, and Jewel has the most magnificent tits. She's a very attractive woman. She started yelling as soon as we got off at James Carvel about how she goes, "Stop staring at my fucking tits, asshole." And I went, "Whoa!" And Carvel's like, I don't think I did.
I don't think I did.
I swear to God. Name a girl that was on your show and you just really had trouble concentrating. Who was?
Well, Pamela Anderson. Every time she comes on, she's not wearing. I don't know. There's no bra going on there.
No.
Right, well, she doesn't expect
and she's
you to look
okay
at
with
her
it.
face.
I would think, but I don't want the audience thinking I'm what I am.
Is there ever a Nicole Kidman or someone really classy, you're staring at the nips?
It happens. Nicole Kidman's never been on, but it happens all the time. In fact, once there was an actress or I don't know, model, whatever she is, named Josie Marin.
Right.
Who, not too many people know she is, but she's a knockout, right?
You know who went out with her? The magician.
David Blaine.
David Blaine,
he's dated them all.
Yes. Yeah, this girl's gorgeous.
Her, I could see her shirt was like, from my angle, her shirt was open, and I honestly lost my train of thought completely, and I was babbling.
It's funny with you though, because I think of you as so asexual.
Well, I know, because you and I have never had sex, but if we made love, you would realize I'm quite passionate.
No, but I mean, even like you, like you're in love with Molly and everything, but I never like other than that. I think you're just focused on Molly, and you don't even look at other women, like even look at their nips or anything.
Well, no, I mean, I look at I look at women, sure, yeah. I mean, I just think that I'm not the kind of guy who his outward displays of affection. I'm not into that.
See, I thought after Sarah and you broke up that you might have a period of time
where you would.
I was actually
be
nervous.
Out on the town.
I'm not that type of. I can't. That's not my thing.
Really, because I thought you were going to go through a period of like maybe, I don't know, like 7-8 months, like what I did, and just go berserk.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of like angry because I wouldn't be there with Jimmy to do it with him. I was just like, oh shit.
Well, you thought that Jimmy hooked up with Sarah too quickly after he got out of his marriage.
I did. Yeah. I was critical of that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that, but
yeah, that's just, I don't know. I just can't even imagine. I just try to imagine.
His girlfriend Molly's really terrific.
Yeah, she is.
I got to say. And she knows how to dress, too. She wears the little short dresses. She's got good legs.
I said to her as we're setting up for the party, as she's wearing a very short dress, I said, I just want you to know that all the caterers have seen your vagina. And she said, that's the worst thing you could possibly say to me. And I cackled like a maniac and went right
Doesn't
back
that turn
in the
you
house.
on, though, in a way? Like it's kind of a turn on?
No, it's more, well, yeah, it wasn't true necessarily, but, no, it wasn't true, but it was pretty close. We were on a cusp there of not having to tip the guys.
Yeah, I made Beth bang me before your party because, well, it was this whole thing where I was like, I'm neurotic, so, I mean, no one needs to know that no one needs that explained to them. So I'm sitting there, and in the morning of the party, Saturday morning, I go, we're up very early.
Uh-huh.
And Beth wanted me to take her shopping. I go, we have to get a nap before Jimmy's party or else, everyone will make fun of me because I want to go home in an hour. She goes, yeah, you must get a nap. So we go on Rodeo Drive, and Beth's wearing a little short skirt, and I'm all turned on and everything. And I said, when we get home, I'm going to bang you very hard with She goes, no, I have to take a shower. I said, listen, I got to get to sleep. I won't get to sleep unless I blow a load. That automatically gets me to sleep.
Same here.
So now I'm nervous because I haven't slept yet. We get home late, and I'm like, oh, Jimmy's party's going to be soon, and I got to get a nap beforehand. So I'm saying to Beth, you've got to have sex with me. It's got to be done. So she
like
had
a Valium.
She just had, like a Valium. She had to have it with me. I roll on top of her 2 seconds, and and then I was the life of the party.
You really were.
Yeah.
I have to say I was, I knew that because it's not just a party, I know that I will be evaluated for the next, maybe, years. It
10
could
years.
Be.
This is a whole week of talking about
Who knows
football.
if you'll ever come back? I mean, it's, this is the sort of thing that if you don't make a positive impression.
No, you threw a great party. The food was great and all of that stuff. I didn't understand the caterer, though, like not leaving any leftovers
What
in the house.
happened there?
I don't know. I missed the whole, I missed the whole thing. I don't know what happened.
It's a little foggy.
Maybe my cousin Sal ate everything. I have no idea.
I don't know what happened there, but it was very good food. The whole thing. I mean, it was really nice of you to do. That party must have cost you a lot of money. I was thinking about it.
Listen,
what's a party like that cost you in Hollywood?
It's like it wasn't that much. I mean,
really?
Yeah.
A couple of grand.
Yeah, it was a little more than that.
Yeah. Plus, you let people into your house.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. It was
people
fun.
Could have vomited on the furniture. Who knows?
It gave
what
me
could have
something to
happened.
focus on to get the house in shape because beforehand I had. My kitchen was covered with bottles of olive oil and I have like all sorts of crap out, and it gave me a reason to clean everything up.
Yeah, forced them to clean up. See, it was a good thing.
Yes, there you go.
But anyway, I'm responsible for Beth's nips at the interview.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I said, come on.
So that's something
producing.
You were aware that could have happened.
Yeah, and I also helped Beth pick out her outfit. I said, you got to wear something sexy because if people tune by and they don't give a shit about you, at least they're going to go, hey, there's a hot chick.
Yeah.
And that
Great
works.
job, Howard.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, bro.
All right. Oh, Eric, you're still on the line.
Yeah, Eric, what do you want?
I just wanted to say, what the fuck was up with your comment yesterday that you felt like me at that party?
Well, Eric, all I'm making the point is that, here in New York, I'm a 4. In L.A., I'm a 1. And
so what? That doesn't mean you have the
Eric,
right
because you're in a wheelchair and you're a little person, people stare at you. I felt the people were staring at me because they were all so beautiful. You know what I mean? You can understand that. You more than anyone understand what it's like for me.
To know that all eyes are on you.
You're handicapped, and in a sense, I'm handicapped when I'm in L.A.
He's Howard the Midget in L.A.
I'm Howard the Midget, HTM. You know, it's weird. I talked to my psychiatrist about it.
Really?
About the party, yeah. I said, Jesus Christ, I'm so fucking ugly next to these guys. You know, it's kind of hard on me. And then he explained to me, look, you can't have everything in life.
They do.
No.
They don't.
What don't they have?
Musical ability.
Right.
He doesn't have that.
Well, they don't have my wit.
They don't need that.
My stinging wit.
They don't need it.
Yeah, you know, he made me feel better about it, but you're making me feel worse.
They're getting along quite well with their limitations.
Yeah.
Well, listen, these are like, I don't know, these guys are like the most handsome. I mean, they're like, they're Hollywood. They're the most handsome guys in the country.
Yeah.
My theory on why so many people in Hollywood get this plastic surgery is because, like, I was like, Jesus Christ, I need to do something quick. You stand next to these fuckers.
In fact, Jimmy, why don't you fall into that?
You know, if you came to my house on for a regular party, you'd be the most handsome guy there. You'd feel perfectly fine with yourself.
Eric, do you feel handsome?
I don't think I look anything like Brad Pitt or anything like that, but I don't think that I'm ugly or a freak.
What number would you give yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I think honestly, in L.A., I think I'm a 1. But I do think I'm a 4 in New York. What do you give yourself?
I don't know. I never really thought of that.
Let's come up with a number.
5.
Wow.
You're saying you're better looking than me?
I don't know.
Well, what would you give Eric, Howard? Because it's
Honestly,
your scale.
I think Eric's a 3.
In L.A., 3?
No, New York.
New York 3.
3-year-old.
In L.A., he's a 0. Well, let's put it this way, Eric. Who's someone you're more handsome than, beside me? Do you think you're better looking than Jimmy? I think Jimmy's better looking than me because I was looking at the pictures and Jimmy's like sitting up and playing the harmonica and smiling and stuff. And I go, boy, he looks handsome. He doesn't look odd. I look odd. Like the curly hair is hanging in my face and the guitar looks like the wrong size on me. And I just look fucking ridiculous.
Well, I haven't seen the pictures. I don't know.
You know how it is. You look at a picture of yourself, you look at a big group picture and you zero right in on yourself. And you're like, oh, I look bad. But that's not whatever. Only the person who is that person does that.
I don't know.
Yeah, everybody else looks just like they should, right?
Yeah, but Beth must love me because she came up there while I was up there jamming and she was like, oh, my God, you look so sexy playing the guitar. I was like, I said the same thing. Really?
Was there a question in your mind?
I look terrible playing the guitar.
No. It was, you know.
You think I fit in with that group?
It's it's very erotic to a woman when a man grabs his axe and starts,
starts playing nothing.
Poetry starts pouring out of him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, you know what I was going to ask you? What was weird when I was backstage at your show? Like, I don't get the whole bar thing in the sense that, like, I walked back there and the place was packed. It was like the hottest spot to be in L.A. It was jam-packed with, like, people who just appeared to come in off the street.
Right.
But I don't see how that helps the show. Like, it seems to me that it's just mass chaos back there. But you like that vibe.
You know whose brainchild that was? He's actually in the green room. Is Daniel Kellison, our original executive producer?
Well, that would make sense.
Who decided that he wanted to be drunk as much as possible at work? It was a lot of thought was put into it because when we first started the show, we knew that we were going to have trouble getting guests because it's a new show.
Right.
So we thought, well, if we have a place that the guests have fun and the publicists have fun, then people will want to just come back and won't be as... Because it's a drag going to these things. You know, you have to sit there and whatever.
Yeah,
so we decided to make it a little more fun, and that's just become the thing that we do.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because as soon as I got there...
So that's who those people are? They're the publicists? And, okay.
Friends of the band, and, you know, I'm sure there were a lot of people that just wanted to have a look at Howard.
How hard is it to get backstage and get into that bar? Because it seemed to me there was a lot of riffraff.
You have to know somebody that's on the show that night. Or
do you have a staff person who's completely in charge of that list and like make sure that, like, you know, you got to be heavily carded before you get in there and all that?
Supposedly, yes, but it's a little bit lax.
Yes.
It's not the White House.
But it is a cool vibe because as soon as you get there, they start loading you up with alcohol. Right away, Jimmy's cousin says to me, she goes, what do you want to drink? And I'm like, You know, not a
What do
bad.
you
This
mean?
is cocktail hour. You're absolutely right. It is time to start drinking, and I start. You know,
We tape so late in the day too, compared to the other shows. We tape at 7 from 7 to 8, and the other ones do 5:30. So
Yeah, it was way
it's
cool.
time to get drunk.
Hey, Eric, I gotta go.
Eric came to the green room. He was a big hit in the green room.
Was he drinking?
Eric, were you drinking?
No, I don't drink.
He was the
Why
center of
not?
attention, though. Everyone was gathered around him, including myself.
Yeah.
And he was a delight, I have to say.
How come you don't drink?
I just never liked to drink.
You know what? Last year, hookers. Maybe this year, drink.
You wouldn't do bad with a glass of wine.
Do you guys hear about Sarah Silverman's show being canceled?
Oh,
I think we might have heard about that. Jimmy, you probably didn't know that. Did you know that Sarah's show got canceled?
I did see that, yeah.
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 Is that because she doesn't go out with you anymore, or bad things going to happen to her?
It's ETMZ that is reporting for us right now.
This is kind of weird to say in front of Jimmy, but Jimmy had it canceled.
Yeah.
He's starting to become very powerful in show business since the
did
party.
you see that party?
Yeah.
I'm having all copies of her book destroyed as well.
Yeah. Have you run into her since you guys broke up?
We did. We ran into each other at an Academy Awards party briefly. It
Were
was
you with
very
Molly?
awkward. I was with Molly. And
Was she
Sarah
with the new boyfriend?
With her boyfriend, Alec. And
do you guys still make out just out of habit? Like if you see her?
No.
No. Was
but
it weird?
It was weird, and we talked for about, we had small, it was, we were coming in just as they were leaving, and had it been one more minute, we would have missed each other. But as we walked in, we made chit-chat for about 60 seconds, and then I said, all right, we're going to go stand over there.
Why is it awkward, actually? Why is it awkward?
Well, I mean, it's Fred. It's awkward. Well, I mean, it's awkward because you used to see this person every single day, and then you haven't seen them at all, and then you don't have the normal reaction that when you see somebody for the first time after a long time, it's like, oh, go ahead, how you been? It's like, ooh, wow, you're with another person, for both of us.
Do you high five her boyfriend because you both gotten her?
Oh, stop it.
No, we did not.
You didn't high five?
I don't high five a lot in general.
So it's weird then, you're saying, now when you see her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, it's odd. Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever be, because we were talking to Ashton about this yesterday. He had Bruce Willis at his wedding. He was at Bruce's wedding.
Yeah.
Like they're just pals.
Yeah. I would like to be friends with Bruce Willis. Yeah.
No, I meant
Jimmy
Sarah.
will have Bruce Willis to his wedding.
But Sarah, no, we're friendly. We email and stuff.
Yeah,
But, it's still, it's odd. It's uncomfortable.
Because I said to Sarah when she was in here, I said to her, you going on Jimmy's show to promote your new book? And she was kind of like, I don't think so, no. But
Yeah.
you wouldn't have had her on, right?
Well, it's, it just, like, our first conversation should not be on television. That's just kind of, I don't know. It's like, get anecdotes about the book,
Hey, remember when we used to go out? Yeah, it is kind of weird.
Yeah, it is.
But she's making it like everything's hunky-dory with you guys.
It is. It is. It's fine, yeah.
It's cool? Mm-hmm. Everything's cool.
Yeah, it is.
Something tells me that's bullshit.
No, I told you privately that
No, you
that's
didn't.
not bullshit. I didn't?
No.
Oh, I thought I did.
I don't know. You know what? Even after I had that private conversation with you, I'm talking about even just recently, I still don't know really. I said to Beth, it's so frustrating because I'm not asking Jimmy the right questions. I still
What do
don't
you
know.
want to know?
I don't want to put him on the spot, but I don't know. There's something. There is some sort of weird thing. It's probably too complicated.
Yeah.
If I'm stepping over my boundaries, you tell me.
Great.
Okay. You guys, you broke up with her first, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then she broke up with you.
Yes.
But I'm thinking she broke up with Jimmy because Jimmy broke up with her first.
You
and it
think
freaked
she
her out.
went back just so she could be the one who broke up?
Yeah, because she's probably. I don't know. I don't know how much of this you want to get into, but I mean, I don't understand.
None?
Do you
None?
think,
Oh, no.
Do you think everybody is that juvenile?
No, I
mean,
think
my
that
God.
I am, Robin. I am for sure.
I think Sarah's in love with Jimmy, and then
No.
she got
Still.
freaked. No,
Oh.
that's over with.
All right.
And by the way, she's been talking about this new boyfriend. I even said to her, I said, "Are you putting Jimmy down with this?" Because she said every other guy she dated before. Did you read that quote?
I did, yes.
What was the quote?
He knows it
was something
verbatim.
about me being fat. Really.
Yeah, right. It was kind of like, yeah.
Oh
I've
no,
only
about
dated-
me being mean or something.
I've
like
only
that.
dated mean fat
But she
guys.
didn't really say it. It was like she's, she was misquoted.
Did you call her about that and say, what's that?
Well, yeah, we had an email exchange about it, and she apologized and corrected it immediately.
And that you never called her pretty, that you never complimented her.
Right.
But
right. But that's not true. Yeah, it wasn't. It was one of those things that I don't know exactly what if she was taken out of context or misquoted or what.
Right.
But
I just
she
don't
said
know
she
what
didn't
happened.
mean it.
But honestly, I can honestly say this. I think you're better off with Molly. I don't know. I've never met Sarah's new boyfriend, but and maybe she's better off with him. But I don't know.
Maybe.
You seem like you're on cloud 9. Like maybe you're going to get married to this one.
This is what he said. Have children, marry and have children. Isn't
Here's
that
my
what you said?
prediction. I predict she's going to move into Jimmy's house.
Is that in the works?
Well, I mean, she's there every night. I mean, I would like her to move her clothes in, but she's resistant to that for some reason.
Wonder why?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's you have your own place. I think people like having their own place and their own stuff, and everything there is mine.
Has she ever been married before?
No.
Okay.
No. So I'm thinking, these two kids, because Jimmy's a kid. He's
That's right. He grew up listening
That's
to
right.
us.
I'm thinking these two kids are going to get married.
Yeah.
And even have children together.
That's what he said.
I do know.
That's got to make you uncomfortable, the idea of that, because that puts more pressure on you.
It sure as hell does. You're fucking me up because Molly and Beth had a conversation in L.A. I happen
they
to know
did.
this.
Oh, I don't
You
know about this. No.
Yeah, and Molly, Beth said, Molly, do you want to have kids one day? And Molly said yes.
Right, yeah, sure.
So that means
That's
Jimmy...
why you have this prediction.
That must mean Jimmy's on board with this. Because she ain't hanging around with Jimmy if Jimmy's not going to have kids.
Right.
That's going to really suck if you start all over again and have more kids.
For who? You?
Yeah, for me. Why are you doing that?
Who said I was doing that?
You're doing it.
Listen,
have you had that discussion with Molly?
Of course, it's just a discussion.
And you're open to having more children.
It's something that I have mixed feelings about. Obviously, I mean, my
but you
kids
would do it for her.
My kids are 18 and 16 years old.
You're almost in the clear.
I know you can look at it that way.
I mean, seriously.
But then I also look at my brother just had a baby and he's so cute and I really like, kids. And so, there are things that appeal to me and there are things that do not appeal to me.
I have to start talking to Molly about how things are going to be ruined if they have kids.
Boy.
You should just tell Molly, listen, you can't have kids because it will make Beth want to have children. And that's unacceptable.
I'm going to say it.
You're affecting my relationship.
So... Are you happy Sarah's show is canceled?
No.
Liar.
No, I'm not. I really am not. I don't. In most situations, I would. Other people, but I'm not. No.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sure she'll be fine.
I bet you Molly's happy.
No, she's not.
I secretly think she is.
She has none of that. She's happy.
Yeah. Eric, are you done?
I just want to say to Jimmy, tell your relatives that I said hi.
Thank you, Eric. I will, and I hope you're well.
And Eric, I'm sorry I said I felt like you. I don't know how you feel.
Right. Okay.
Right. Okay. Later.
Bye.
Well, I felt club-faced when I was at the party. What can I tell you? What is it, Mikey? Real quick, and then I got a break.
Okay, Howard, and this is so amazing that Jimmy's there. Okay, when you were breaking down the L.A. trip, you could feel through the stiletto Robin's anger, Robin's anguish and Jimmy, and when he walked in, and it was going to get glazed over, but thank God that I am on my 60th oxycodone, and I can talk for another few minutes. But Robin really, you can really feel that she was just super, and let down. And then when Jimmy said that, oh my God, that the party was just, it was all the fans and stuff. I know that Robin was feeling like, why, I should have been there. And Jimmy, why the fuck? Why didn't you invite these people? Why didn't you invite Gary? At least Gary.
Well, I know Jimmy's not comfortable with black people at his house.
Right.
So I have white-only policy.
That's right.
I'm telling you. I think you have to look into that.
I don't know. I didn't think. I thought of it as I didn't think people would actually come out from New York to come to a party at my house.
But if Robin wanted to be at the party, She would hop on a plane and be at the parties. It wasn't even like that. I was going out to L.A. and I was having dinner at Jimmy's house.
Yeah, but
I swear to you, Robin is not jealous. Robin, would you take a lie detector test?
Yes, I would take a lie detector.
Thank you.
No, and I quote, why do you think I'm on a plane every weekend? She was saying that like weeks before that, like when you started talking about this whole LA.
Are you jealous of the party?
No.
At all?
And if I wanted to go to L.A., I could have gone to L.A.
And of course you would have been welcome at the house.
Yeah, but was she invited? She wasn't invited.
Well, of course she invited anything I do. That's it. You have an open invitation. It wasn't like that. She doesn't live in L.A. I'm not going to say, Robin, you want to come to the party in L.A.? It was a dinner party at Jimmy's house.
And I certainly didn't intend to go with Howard and Beth when he was going to support his wife on her book tour.
Okay, Greg fucking Fitzsimmons.
Greg fucking Fitzsimmons.
he got to go, and Robin didn't.
Tom Arnold was there.
Sweetheart, I'm glad that Greg was there. I'm glad that Tom Arnold was there.
But they live in L.A.
I'm glad that everybody was there who was there, and I'm particularly glad that Howard really enjoyed himself.
I had fun thanks to Jimmy's party. It was a good time.
That Jimmy got to return some of the hospitality he's received from Howard.
That's right.
And Howard kept saying, "Howard, you should have been there. Robin, you should have been there." And there was like silence from Robin.
Well,
how am I supposed to respond to that?
Be there? All right, forget it. I'm getting rid of that guy. It's making me uncomfortable. Tom, go ahead. Oh, you know what? Stamos bummed everyone out at the party.
By doing what?
Should I tell that story real quick?
I don't know which one. Well, yeah.
Should I tell that? Okay.
Yeah.
Stamos had a weird move. Now, tell me what you think of this.
Okay.
Stamos walks in. He walks up to me and goes, oh, man. He goes, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Sometimes John talks out of the side of his mouth. He goes, oh, man, oh, man. I mean, he goes, you know, I was talking to Rickles, as in Don Rickles, and Rickles is pissed off at you. I mean, what's with you? Didn't invite Rickles. I was on the phone with him. He's pissed. You didn't invite him. You didn't invite him. I go, John. First of all, it would never even occur to me that Don Rickles would want to come to a party. Guy's fucking 80 years old. It's a loud party. I go, how the fuck? I mean,
are you supposed to know that he wants to come out and party?
I go, I have no idea.
You've never socialized with him before.
I don't even really know Don Rickles, except I interviewed him. I love Don Rickles.
Yeah.
He's my hero, but I would love to have had Don Rickles here. Why didn't you tell me? I don't think John's telling the truth.
Well, in fairness to John, I am friendly with Don Rickles, and you know, I know that that there's you're interested in Don, but I didn't feel like Don would be. I've had Don in my house. He would be comfortable at this particular party because there was loud music, and it just wasn't a party that I thought he would.
Don't you think if Don Rickles showed up, we'd all have to sit around and be quiet and quietly talk to Don and well,
listen, if Don, you want to hear Don, you want to talk to Don for sure,
right?
And so I don't know. Maybe I should have just let him decide, but I just didn't want to put him in an uncomfortable position.
Afterwards, Jimmy was really bummed out.
I felt bad,
and I was bummed out too because
John, please stop because you're really bumming me out. I mean, I feel really guilty now, but I also feel like I feel even more so in retrospect that he would not have enjoyed himself.
Yeah, I feel confident we did the right thing.
Yeah,
because
John,
why would John do that? I mean, did he talk to Rickles?
Yes, that's what he claims.
Oh,
yeah.
Can you recreate the same party with Don Rickles and have Robin there, and that way no one will be upset?
Wow. Yeah, it'll be just the three of us.
All right, Tom, real quick, go ahead in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania.
Hey, I just wanted to find out if Jimmy gave Betho anal yet. Seems like they're getting pretty close there.
Wow. You secretly had anal with my wife.
Not anal, no.
Not anal, all right. He's not into anal.
That's rude.
Believe me, I tried to give him anal. It wasn't going in. All right, thank you.
Jimmy, so your party was a hit?
It was a big hit, thank goodness.
Howard had a good time.
Yeah, it's a big relief because I know I would have been tormented for forever if he hadn't.
So that must have been a huge pressure on you.
It was a lot of pressure, but I thrive on it, and I guess I've become like the Martha Stewart of the West Coast.
Do you think Howard's ever going to come back out?
No, probably not.
Now, what happened with you and Robin? You were sensing some hostility from her?
Oh, well, we went over it on the air, but I don't know. I maybe it was probably nothing.
You think things are okay?
Yes, I think so.
All right, man. So you had a good time today?
I did, yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, thanks for stopping by.
My pleasure.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
How you doing today?
Good.
Excited to be back?
Yeah, just not so early.
It's a little early, yeah. So, guys are back together. It's your first time up here as a band, right?
I think so.
But Stone Temple Pilots beyond anyone's comprehension how this happened. Somehow they got back together again. These guys, I don't know how they put up with each other. They're one of the greatest rock bands there ever was.
Oh, they're incredible.
Incredible band.
And Scott Weiland's one of the best frontmen ever.
Yes, the boys are back together again. Come on in.
I'm the only one here. They broke up again.
Believe
This is
it or
how
not,
it happens all the time.
Stone Temple Pilots will not be here today. They broke up in the green room. Jimmy's absolutely right. They broke up again in the green room, and now, but here they are to reform.
Look at that. That's them. All
Hi,
right.
how
That's
are you?
happening, fellas.
That's the legendary Stone Temple Pilots. Hey, boys. I got to hear this story.
Good to see you all.
Good seeing you. Boys are getting their headphones on. They're settling in. Well, I don't know how it happened. Last time I saw Mr. Weiland, you said, and I quote, I am never getting back together with those guys. Forget it. It's over.
I like these new guys.
And I will never, I like these new guys, and I'm never recording again with them on Atlantic Records. Am I correct on that, Scott?
Not exactly. What I said was, you know what? You never can tell what will happen in the future, but right now I'm like very involved in and committed to Velvet Revolver.
Right.
And that was the case at that time. But it was serendipity that happened. It was just I knew when Velvet Revolver was going to be finished touring, and then I got a call from Dean while I was on tour with Velvet Revolver. Where all of us were all laying out by the pool, and
sounds good.
In Jersey.
Yeah, in Jersey.
Yeah,
yeah. I didn't know that.
And I got a call from Dean, and he said, "Are you sitting down?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm sitting down." And he goes, "We just got offered, well, let's just say a lot of money to play a certain show and a festival, and then like a few festivals." And
when you say big money, you're talking millions?
Well, for one show, it was around $1 million.
No shit. Yeah. You're goddamn right you all came to your senses.
It wasn't the money, it was the cordless phones they were throwing in. If the gig was completed.
Don't leave money on the table, boys. You know what the odds are of making it in rock and roll? I mean, what are the odds of becoming a great band like Stone Temple Pilots? Cash in. Why not? You deserve it.
It's not about cashing in, really. I mean,
fuck it is, too.
It's like, we've produced and we've written for other people and stuff, and that'd be a lot easier. We'd be, with our kids a lot more.
So you get the phone call. Let me stay on track here. Yeah. You get the phone call, and the boys say to you, look, let me talk some sense into you. Let's get together, go play this goddamn festival, and make $1 million. And you agreed. Yeah, and so I actually told Slash, and he was cool with it.
But he's been left before. He's used
Slash is used to getting left.
But
Slash gets left all the time.
And the thing is as the end of summer went on, and then fall and winter, it was the final Velvet Revolver tour. Things just
it got bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Was there a lot of ego? Listen, you're a superstar. You got Axl in there. You had Duff McKagan in there, right?
Slash.
Yeah,
not
Slash.
Axl.
I mean Slash, not fucking Axl.
Yeah, and
Axl's off in La La
Matt
Land.
Sorum.
Matt Sorum. So what happened when you guys got together? Here you left Stone Temple Pilots. You get together with them. You think it's going to be great. You fuckers must have made Stone Temple Pilots look like nursery school. It must have been one crazy head trip after another in that band.
Probably more so for our management.
Really?
But
Duff McKagan said he'd rather reteam with Axl Rose than Scott Weiland. So you guys must have had some falling out. It must have been legendary. I mean, it must have been great.
It was great until it wasn't great. Let's just put it that way.
Duff said some bad shit happened at the end of the last Revolver tour. It was brutal. There were late gigs. I just wanted it to be over. You guys must have been clapping your hands together, right? You said, Scott thought we were difficult. That fucking Velvet Revolver taught him a lesson. Am I right, boys, or not?
You said it.
You said it, right. You know what you probably said when he got together with those guys in Velvet Revolver? Good. He's going to come back to us. He'll appreciate it. Scott, Velvet Revolver is dead, isn't it, without you?
I don't. Well, I mean, they're just not. They're not a band anymore.
Haven't you said if you lose the lead singer, the band is over?
Well, I think that you know.
You hold the power to the band.
Public perception is the front man gets most of the attention.
Of course.
And so it hasn't happened very often. There's a couple circumstances where a band is.
Van Halen made it. They did the switch successfully.
Then you got AC/DC.
AC/DC. All right.
Chick Corea.
Chick Corea. There you go. Absolutely. Legendary.
Can I ask Scott, what happened with those guys at the end of the tour that was so horrible?
Yeah, be honest, Scott.
Well, you know what?
Don't play politics. Tell us the truth.
Honestly, there were just, like you said, there were a lot of egos, and in the beginning, it was a really great thing because that's when I was still doing dope, and all those guys were clean.
Right.
I mean, Slash, he still drank, but you know, he hadn't been doing drugs for a couple of years. So it was a good like sort of support system.
Yeah, it was good. He was just drinking.
Thank
God.
And
so you were doing dope.
Yeah, and so then I went and I got I went into rehab.
You're clean now?
What's that? Yeah, I mean, I drink. I still drink some.
Still have some drinking?
Yeah, but I don't do any drugs.
Do you miss the drugs?
Not at all.
Oh, come on.
I do not.
Really?
Miss them. Not at all.
That's beautiful.
I mean, I don't miss the anxiety of. I don't miss.
Boys, is Scott easier to work with now that he's off drugs?
Hell no.
No, he still does difficult, yes. Because I don't understand something. With the new album, let me understand if I got this straight. By the way, we're here to celebrate Stone Temple Pilots' new album. It's
by bringing up all the bad times.
Let's bring up the bad times. That'll bond you guys closer together. But in all seriousness, didn't you guys record the album separately from Scott? Like you recorded some tracks and then sent them to Scott to go record somewhere else?
Different countries, actually.
Different countries. You weren't even in the same fucking room.
Yeah. No, I mean that's been grossly over-exaggerated, and
is that grossly over-exaggerated?
No. You know, every time we've gotten in to make a record, the three of us have gotten together to do the music.
Right.
So
even on the original albums?
Absolutely.
Oh.
We've always gotten together to do the music. That's kind of the way it's always worked.
I didn't understand.
So we kind of get our stuff together, as musically speaking. It gives us a chance to get it together.
Suss out the arrangements, what key it should be in, and all that.
I see.
I think if Scott shows up from the beginning, he gets a little overwhelmed with all the ideas. There's a lot of musical ideas flowing through the room.
So rather than sort through it in front of him, get it all together. They send it to you, and then you write the lyrics.
I write the lyrics and the melodies, and then sometimes I'll make like a change and an arrangement, and
but it seems like a pain in the ass if you're not in the room and you got to email them, I guess, huh?
No, it's not really that big of a deal because there was in the middle part of making the record, we actually were working with Don Was as a production consultant. And
boys, do you feel comfortable telling Scott if you don't like his vocal on something? Can you pick up the phone and say, Scott, that's not good enough. I want it done this way, that way, and that way? Or do you have to mind your P's and Q's because that will break up the band again if you upset Scott?
No, they bring up if they have an idea that they think is better, or if there's a note that rubs like minor against major. I mean, I'll try it out, and and sometimes it's
who has
it's
final
better.
veto? Scott, does Scott have final veto?
It works both ways too, because there's times where I'll bring something in musically, and somebody may say, I don't know if I'm really feeling that, and you got to kind of.
You got to be open to it.
Yeah. You got to check your ego at the door, man.
Don't I know? I was in a celebrity band just this weekend.
Pretty hot band.
I jammed. This guy was my harmonica player right here, Jimmy Kimmel. Right. I don't know if you know
Magic Dick.
That's right, Magic Dick. And Magic Dick. Yeah. And I got to tell you something. There was a lot of egos in the room. A lot of infighting just in that little jam session.
Yeah, we had to replace Mark McGrath with John Stamos at one point, and
That's
then
right.
went back again.
So I understand all of this. Wait a second. I got to ask you one question, though, Scott. This has nothing to do with STP, nothing to do with the band, just personal stuff. Because I heard a wild story about you. In fact, it was in your first wife's book. I know you guys got a divorce. It was ugly, all that. But she said when she was giving birth to one of your kids, you were in the room, and she was in labor. And you got stressed out, so you had to have a massage. So you wheeled in a massage table into the labor room, and brought in a masseuse and got a massage during the.
Actually, no. There's a lot of things in her book that I was very supportive in the beginning.
Yes.
And she let me read select things, right? On her computer.
She didn't show you that one.
I love Scott's life.
But what did happen was, it's like you go in to have a child. It's not like unless you're rushed into labor.
It's a long time.
Long day.
Right.
It was
like 20 hours.
Our first child.
Right.
And I was sitting around and I was. At the time, I was sober, and I was like freaking out. We were ordering food from across the street at Jerry's Deli, just like nonstop, and I was like, we had a friend that would come over to our house and give us massage.
Yeah.
And I just called her up, and I just laid down right next to Mary and had a massage.
So by not true, you mean it's exactly what happened?
No. She,
Did she give you a happy ending?
I didn't get the Demerol to kill the pain,
Did you finish? Did she give you a happy ending?
No,
nothing like that. That'd be wrong.
Too much.
That'd be too much in front while your baby's being born.
Yeah.
You know why it's funny? Because usually when the husband is in there in the delivery room, I had to go through the same thing you did, and it was stressful. In fact,
It's the greatest thing I ever heard. My ex-wife got mad at me because I was watching Candid Camera during the delivery.
What would she have done if you had gotten a massage?
Angry and I was laughing. If I got a massage, I would have been stabbed right through the throat. I'd be dead right now.
You would have died. You see, that's what I love about you. And I know the boys in Stone Temple Pilots, they've had listen, you guys have had your differences, but what I love about you is you do what you fucking want to do. I mean, most men would be afraid to bring a massage table while the woman is in labor.
No, it was before she actually went into labor.
Right. I mean, the early stages.
Yeah.
I'm saying even still, to be that relaxed even in the hospital in front of the staff and the nurses and everything, that's the beauty of you.
You're still make it about you.
Yeah, it was more about you than her.
Actually, it wasn't. I just wanted to be in a calm place, like when it all went down.
I love you. I don't know, man. Scott, it's crazy. I'm so happy you guys are back together again. I love it. I never thought it would happen, I'll be honest with you. I thought it was over. But I even said to Robin many times, I said it to Jimmy even, I said, these guys are the greatest, I'd say top 5 greatest bands in America.
Every time they get back together, I tell them they can't break up again. They don't listen.
They are great. They really
I
are.
mean, it's
Jimmy's
a wonderful
got us
thing.
back together, right?
Really?
Who got you back?
Jimmy
did.
Jimmy?
Well, not me personally, but
What did you do?
I don't remember. What did I do? I mean, I had you guys on.
You're on your show. You came in and said, do you want to get together?
Remember that?
And that was that?
That was that.
Wow, look at that. See that? I'm a power broker.
You certainly are. But, it's funny with Scott. Whatever band, even Velvet Revolver, listen, there's always, I don't understand what the trouble is. I see you seem like an easy guy to work with.
Well, thing is, it's like I didn't get a chance to finish saying, the situation within the band...
Velvet Revolver.
Yeah. Definitely deteriorated, and from this way that things were when I first joined the band, the things that inspired me.
Right.
So these guys were not sober at the end, and whereas they were at the beginning?
I, Scott Weiland, did not say that.
You don't. So, and now this is the new Scott Weiland. I mean, you are sober except for a little drinking.
Yeah.
And
Well,
good for
when
you.
I saw you guys in Jersey, couple of years ago, and I guess it was about a couple of years ago. I don't remember when it was now. You couldn't get Scott out of the dressing room.
Is that right?
For the show, yeah. We were sitting around waiting and waiting and waiting. Maybe it was massage time.
I don't know.
I think that was probably the it was the tour with we did with it had a name. It was
the Beatles.
No. All I know is it was the first time you had played Jersey since getting back together, and it was this big homecoming for the boys, and all of a sudden, Scott wouldn't come out.
Now, listen. Is there going to be a tour around the new album?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember
There is going to be a tour?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No shenanigans.
Oh, yeah.
You'll come
You're
out.
going to come out. You're going to be there.
No banging on the door. Come on, Scott.
Best show I ever saw was an STP show. I don't know. You guys were on stage. You had the fucking couch, the whole vibe going. It felt like a little bit of a throwback to like some of the cool concerts I saw when I was a kid. You're up there. You fucking played. No nonsense. No goddamn pyrotechnics. Just played the music and sang.
Well, once they came
I
out
loved
and
it.
started playing, they were great that night.
No, that Scott is the greatest when
Yeah.
he comes out and sings and he's like moving around and stuff. It's
Shaking
like,
your
it's
cock.
amazing.
Who's getting pussy?
Wait a minute. I told you that night, Howard, that Scott started to take a drink, and then it was time for him to come back in on the vocals, and he spit out what he drank and started singing again. It was great. He's incredible.
That's a real showman. Listen. So who's getting laid? Where are we at with the girls? What's going on? That's what it's all about anyway. Scott, you're still married?
No, I'm not.
Oh, good. So you're going to be out on the road fucking like crazy, I bet.
No,
That'll
I'm
take
not-
the place of the drugs.
Not a real dater.
Not a real cocksman. Is he a real dater? Is he being modest?
It's the Tom Jones of rock and roll, man.
Right. They throw their panties up on stage.
To tell you the truth, I go straight from the stage to my bus.
And how does a fan get to you so they can have sex with you?
It's the bang bus.
I mean, the old days, everyone was banging everyone.
You know, it's like I've dated a couple girls in the last. Mary and I have been apart for over 2.5 years.
Right.
Is that right?
And
who are you dating? Any celebrities?
No.
Oh, come on. You got to hook up.
But you know, I mean,
How are the level of chicks he gets? Are they models?
I've had you know, them flown out sometimes. You know, for a few days.
Can a random girl go to a Stone Temple Pilots concert and bang one of you guys? That's what I want to know.
Well, what's the marital status of everybody else?
Yeah,
Let's get that first.
Let's go to Dean, Robert, and Eric because girls need to know if they're going to be blowing you, fucking you, doing whatever it is. Boys, tell me
what's to be expected.
Who's married? What's going on? Dean, you go first.
I'm up for a light conversation.
So you're not married anymore?
I'm not married.
You're not married, period. And girls can come backstage and have sex with you?
Or boys.
Boys, too? When did this happen?
Oh, for a while now.
Is that right?
That's what broke up the band.
And also what got
Dean,
them
is
back
that
together.
true? Do you go for guys? No, you're into girls, right?
Yeah.
I had nothing wrong with a guy here and there. Scott's made out with... I saw Scott... The time I saw Scott on stage, he made out with some dude.
Yeah, it was probably Dean.
No, it wasn't Dean. Dean threw up.
No, Dean has come over before and like right, and when I'm looking at him and just planted one right on my lips before.
So the night I saw you, you cheated on Dean. What about you two guys? What's going to go on?
I'm married with 2 kids.
Yeah, Eric's married. Robert, what about you?
10 years married. Just had my second son on Friday.
I'm sorry.
I don't think
so there
he'll
won't be
be
sex for you at the concert.
Entertaining women, yeah.
All right, so then it's then it's easy to see who's going to be getting laid. Well, listen, I'm surprised that you guys don't act like rock stars, then, right? In other words, it's not a womanizing kind of thing. You have respect for women, this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Chronic masturbator.
You know, that's never really what it's been about. I mean, I think we were a part of the antithesis of that.
That's true.
You know, and
but yet every young man who goes up on stage, it's about the girls. Come on, let's be honest.
Not really.
At some level,
of course. Like when you first start off, and you're in your 20s, you want to experience, like, you know,
everything.
things.
So it's like joining the circus.
Right.
But
now it's the music. You're musicians.
It gets tiresome, you know.
Yeah, I know. Don't I know?
There's too many things you can catch these days.
Well, that is true.
Yeah. It's not
it is
like
scary out
not
there.
like the 70s, man. We had the fortune of coming up through the 70s where you could just do anything and
Bang
everything.
away.
Yeah. A little scary now.
It really is. Yeah,
and there's no more privacy. A lot of phone cameras and
you can't even cheat on your wife
tweeting
anymore.
and twatting and
too much.
All that stuff. I hate seeing photos of me hanging by my heels by a chandelier, man. Yeah, it's not good anymore.
Well, Stone Temple Pilots' new self-titled album hits stores May 25th. This is a big deal for fans. I don't think they ever thought they'd see the day. I don't think I don't think any of you guys thought you'd see the day again.
I did.
Yeah, you really did.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
Was it a blow to your ego to have to pick up the phone and call Scott and say, "Well, Scott, come on." No, you don't care about that.
No.
You did what was good for the band.
No. No, man. It was just, look, we've, as opposed to what everybody thinks and talks about, we never lost contact. We never lost this brotherly love per se for one another. And this, I think
is that
most
true?
Of all,
you weren't angry with Scott for breaking up the band?
He didn't break up the band.
Well, in a sense, he did.
No, man. See, that's the kind of jive.
Is that jive?
It's jive.
All right, that was my perception.
Yeah, no, it's.
What do I know, man?
Let's call it a respite.
Yeah. Make a prediction. How long till it all falls apart again, guys? Let's be honest. Scott, you go first. How much longer can you tolerate this?
It's not that. It's. I think it's. The answer is. How long can we continue to write music and make records and still feel like that we're contributing and still feel that we're valid?
Well, if you put it that way, I say 7 months. Oh. I'm just trying to ballpark.
That was very close.
Yeah, that's listen, we hope.
That was over our guesstimation.
Yeah. No, I do. Is there a lot of pressure on you guys with this record in terms of sales? I mean, I know the cool thing to say is no, and like we don't give a shit about that. But there is pressure, right? Stone Temple Pilots comes back. The record company probably has all kinds of anticipation with this record. Are you feeling some pressure?
No.
No?
No. I think the pressure was taking on the production ourselves and doing that.
Right.
And once we got over that, I think we achieved what we wanted to achieve.
Because the record business is for shit. I mean, let's face it, guys.
Unless you're a country artist.
Yeah.
Right. Why do country people still buy records? I don't understand.
I don't know.
It's probably the moonshine.
I think
they can't figure out the
They can't figure out that they can go get it out for free on the internet.
That's our new record. SDP Goes Country.
Right.
Go shop at Walmart, Best Buy and those places. And
it's weird. Think how cool it was when you guys came up, and now it's like you got to be on American Idol in order to get heard.
I think we were one of the last bands that were actually a career band.
Yeah.
After that, it was just.
Everything's gone down. Would you ever be on American Idol? No way, right, Scott?
Nope. I did, though, however, go on Nashville Star, Steph and I.
Because you thought it was cool?
I thought it was kind of a cool thing, yeah.
Why not get a band psychiatrist? I'm not making a joke.
We tried that one time.
Did you?
Yeah, we both thought the guy was a...
Wow.
Little snarky.
Yeah, but that's what's good about it, that you thought he was snarky. You take out all your anger on him, let him absorb.
Did he come with you on the road?
No,
we met with him.
Actually,
you guys need one to travel with you.
Yeah.
We rented out this massive suite.
You know what? It was actually the guy that Metallica used.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
really?
and it was this ridiculous amount of money. And
Really?
What's it cost to have the psychiatrist for a whole band?
$30,000.
What?
Is that right?
It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then
For how many sessions?
Put him up at the hotel.
Oh, my God.
So what we decided was when we actually communicate with each other,
But that's the idea.
we get along great, and we understand.
But
we're on
what's
the
the
same
odds
page.
of that happening?
But it's like as you get older, your lives are more complicated. It's like it's not. It's not
Scott,
just
do you
about
think it's
being
these
in the
guys,
rock
or do you
band.
think it's you?
No, I think it's any band.
Any band they go through. It's true. Most of these bands go through.
I mean, we've been now making records for almost 20 years. I mean,
I wonder why there's so much angst. I can't figure it out.
Do you try talking to somebody like the Rolling Stones to ask them how they do it?
Hello, Stones.
Those guys always pee on my floor when they come over.
Do you guys ever talk to the Stones about how they stay together?
Talk to other bands.
You do talk to other bands?
People.
Who'd you talk to when you were in trouble, when you were in real crisis? What band do you turn to?
Talk to Peter Frampton.
Yeah, Frampton.
He's alone. He's a solo act.
Yeah, that's right. It didn't work out for him. Frampton's camel broke up.
Don was would give a few little tidbits about the Stones and how they managed to keep things together, all these years.
So the psychiatrist was no good. We didn't like him.
Well, how do you really apply that? Because, everybody's so different.
Right.
And everybody's lives are so different. And everybody's situations are so different. I think we've just come, we know one another better than we know our own families, man. We've been shoulder to shoulder for... since we were young.
That's why I get sad when it doesn't work out easily. Baby. Yeah, you are. Now listen, I'm going to give you a talking to, especially you, Scott.
How much? 30,000?
This is going to be free. It's going to cost you a dime. That's the kind of guy I am. This is a good thing.
This is a good thing. Yeah.
And what I'm hearing on this record and the way people are talking, stick with this. There's nothing better than this. You guys are bros. Work out your bullshit. Don't act like a bunch of women. Really.
What do you say?
Robin, what's that mean?
I don't know.
You know exactly what it means.
What are you saying?
Don't make out with each other. That'll break up the whole thing. No, seriously. Go in, work, sit together, have fun, and then call it a day. There's nothing to argue about.
Oh, man.
That's it.
Take
it's
a
the
break.
Secret to
Don't
life.
break up.
You got the greatest thing in the world going. You'll grow creatively together. And if you don't, play all the old songs and make a mint. You'll retire to some fucking island. That's it. Now I'm getting through to everybody?
Yeah.
What?
I think we all agree with you, but the thing is we are, I'm 42. I'm not, first time I came in here we all came in here.
You were in your 20s.
I was probably 23 or 24. So, your life,
I was 14.
Becomes way more complicated, and being in a band, the band is part of our lives.
You're making it too complicated.
But there's
Scott,
other parts.
You're making it too complicated. It's easy. I'm telling you, it's easy. I've learned the secret.
Scott, can I ask a serious question of
Sure.
Scott for a second?
This hasn't been serious?
What do you
Very
think this
serious.
was?
This is an extra
I'm
serious
giving these
question.
guys advice, Jimmy.
Scott, you know that, as an addict or whatever, doing drugs, you can't still drink, right? I mean, you must know that intellectually.
No, actually, most people can't, but I actually am able to do it, and it doesn't. I have not had it. Since I stopped doing dope, I have not had one craving to do dope.
Now, when was that?
So, it was 7.5 years ago.
Is that right?
And then,
Boys, do you want Scott to stop drinking?
7.5 years ago, and then when my brother died, and I got a divorce with my wife.
By the way, you did have a couple of rough years between your brother dying and the divorce and all that.
Yeah, and I went on a 3-month coke bender.
Oh, so it hasn't been 7 years.
Well, since I kicked my main habit, heroin, but then that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's hard to kick that.
So
it really is. Boys, you want Scott to stop drinking? Let's take a vote right now.
Sure.
You would like it. You would prefer it.
Whatever he wants to do, I'm not going to tell him what to do.
Right. Let me tell you something. As long as everyone's giving Scott advice, I'm giving you one last bit of advice.
It's not the Mormon Tabernacle
But
Choir.
wait a minute.
Right. Listen, Scott.
Just to go down the line that Jimmy went, do you get drunk or do you have a social drink?
Both.
It starts out with a social drink and then it's drunk.
So I'll go out to dinner and I'll have a glass of wine.
And then another one?
Sometimes, I'll have a few.
Don't have more than two. Can we put you on
And
the limit?
not until after 6. Is that what you say?
That's right. That's what I do. 2 glasses, done. I only had 2 drinks at your party.
That's true.
Yeah. And listen.
This may be a different situation, though.
As long as I'm giving you guys advice. Scott, if you have another baby, I understand the whole rationale. No massage in the.
Look,
I'm sorry.
I will not be having any more babies.
Excellent. Because really, who needs a massage? Why no more babies? Are you bitter?
No. I have my 2 children I love more than anything in the world, and
what if you meet a great woman and she wants to have children?
Well, then that will be a problem.
Well, goddamn right it will be. Well, if in case that happens, don't get a massage during the birth. That's all I'm telling you. Women resent you for that. Although it's giving me ideas. All right, listen, boys.
Hey, you know what's wild, man? You guys have been doing this a long time. I was coming in here yesterday because, when I was living in Jersey, I had this job that I was delivering sundries and coffee supplies from East Rutherford to Point Pleasant. So I'm going back, man. Amputee dial-a-date.
1980.
Oh, my God.
Gay stroke.
Would you say
you know what I'm saying?
Would you say you grew up listening to this show?
Would you say you grew up listening to this show? Because Jimmy said that, and I got really bummed out. I thought Jimmy was old. So you grew up with us, too.
Yeah.
I thought Jimmy was 67 years old.
I was in a van all day. That was my gig. And just, you guys would come on. And
it's like, what, 80, 81?
Yeah, like 81.
Right, 81 we were at NBC.
At NBC in the afternoon,
And just,
gay stroke.
I remember hearing you for the first time.
I
was 14 in 81, Robert.
In the world,
14.
Gay stroke, very big production. Absolutely.
So, but what's really beautiful is like here we all are, 20 years later.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
That's what I'm saying, and we're all doing well, and let's stick together.
Yeah.
Listen, Robin and I have had our ups and downs, but always kept the band together.
That's right. We didn't leave.
Scott, I need you to do this. You are the leader, I feel.
Well, everyone's got
we're giving you
their
the
own
power
role.
to keep this together. Right, boys?
Yes.
You got to make the band a priority.
This is magic what the 4 of you guys do.
This is definitely a priority.
We got to keep the band a priority.
Ask my kids. They think it's too much of a priority.
Uh-oh.
Do they think you're ignoring them?
No, they think that they when you get a call when you've been on tour for a while and your youngest one's crying, saying, "Can you come home tomorrow?" and you still have 2 weeks more to go, 3 weeks more to go, it's pretty rough.
Well, do what Van Halen did and teach a kid to play the bass and fire one of the other guys.
9 or a 7-year-old.
Why not?
Wow.
Yeah, don't teach your kid how to play any instruments.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, boys. I wish you the best. I am a huge fan of yours, and I love you guys. And I'm happy to see you together. I didn't think it would happen. Quite frankly, no one on this planet thought it was going to happen. The chance of seeing aliens from another planet was quite frankly more likely. I like this. This is a big step.
Oh, there are aliens from another planet.
Listen, Scott, you've lost a lot of credibility over the years with that one. Dan Aykroyd, I barely believe, with the alien shtick. You think they're aliens from another planet?
Let's say, I was riding up front with a bus driver, and we were going through New Mexico.
And you weren't drinking?
And both of us.
All right.
For about a minute, watched these 4 lights. And they were just doing bizarre things. It could have been...
Were you getting a massage at the time? No, you were totally straight?
Yeah, the bus driver couldn't give me a massage, didn't drive at the same time.
But you're saying you were totally straight, you saw these 4 lights, and then what happened?
Abduction, ass probe.
You say your ass was probed by an alien? What happened?
They put their big hickory dichotomies in.
They were gone.
Did you guys hear the ass probe sound effect? That was pretty good.
You never know. I mean, it's like what you never know exactly what it
So
might
you believe.
be.
You are a believer.
And what did the rest of the guys say about the alien sighting?
They said it was a McDonald's they passed.
No, it was. It was just my driver and I. Because I was sitting up front with him.
Right. He's in Creedmoor now, that driver, right? Listen, Scott, I love you. I love you. I don't care how many aliens you see, as long as the band stays together. That's all I'm interested in.
Fuck the band. I want to work here.
Who doesn't? Listen, STP, those 3 little letters mean big music. And I love it. And I'm going to take this album, I'm going to analyze it, I'm going to listen to it, I'm going to be playing tracks from it. Scott,
See?
the aliens are calling.
Yeah,
Now,
By the way, that's my band.
Stone Temple Pilots. Tell them the story of the Stone Temple Pilot.
Of
the Aztec, the astronaut. Stone Temple Pilot. You were the one that told me the story that there is.
I say you stop drinking, Scott.
Aztec temple,
Right.
and Eric had actually. You told me you read something, and there was this thing in there that it looked exactly like an astronaut, and they call it. It's called by two names: the Stone Temple Pilot and the astronaut.
Yeah, they think those were the visitors who originally came to the planet and blah, blah, blah. I still say if there were aliens, they would come here and visit. I mean, I don't know why they haven't shown themselves. I don't know why they're all... Yeah, I don't know why they're hiding. I mean, that's my theory. But I don't believe there's life anywhere in the universe except right here.
I think that's kind of a selfish way of looking at things.
Yes,
though.
I'm extremely selfish, and you should know that.
You hit on to something, Scott.
You finally woke up to my true nature. Scott, I love you, boys. Listen, the Stone Temple Pilots, Scott, Dean, Robert, and Eric, what a band. What a history.
Thank you,
I'm
Howard.
proud to
Thank
be
you, Howard.
a little part of it just by having been able to interview you.
Oh, look at everybody doing the Vulcan sign.
You should only see a camera in here right now.
It's a room full of nerds.
Bunch of
We
geeks.
rock stars.
That should be your
Hello.
sign. Whenever things start to go wrong, the live long and prosper sign.
Live long and prosper, boys. That's all I'm going to say. I know there's going to be trials and tribulations out on the road. I know there's going to be ups and downs. But let's stay together. We are bros. If there's any problem, you call me. I'll straighten things out.
You'll do an intervention?
I will do an intervention.
You'll come to the scene?
The only one Scott listens to is me. You know that. He behaves around me for some reason. I don't even know what. I don't know why. Why is it, Scott? What am I, a father figure or some kind of weird thing like that?
I don't know.
I think you're afraid of me or something.
I'm not. Definitely not afraid of you.
Yeah, what is it? What is it with me and you? Why are you listening to me?
You know what? I think from the very first time we came here, you actually, even though you make your jokes and that, you gave us a lot of respect, and
I sure do.
And your crew gave us a lot of respect, and all the people that work with you on your show, and so, you know, it's fun being here.
It sure is.
You're a good guy.
It's great having you here, and I love you guys. And everyone go get the new album, the new self-titled album.
All
And if you
right.
want any kind of information and tour dates, you go to StoneTemplePilots.com. And that's it. What can I say? I wish you boys the best.
Thank you, Howard.
Thank you, Howard.
And we'll be back right after
Thank
these
you, Jimmy.
words. Up, Jimmy, yes.
So, guys, how'd it go today?
Very good. Very good.
It's good to be back on the show.
Yeah, just not this early in the morning.
It's too early for you.
Yeah, it was 9 p.m. Then.
So, Howard, you're really stoked that you guys are back together, and gave you guys some advice. What do you think about that?
I think he's got a second career as being a therapist.
It's always good to live by the book of Howard. That's all I got to say.
All right, guys, thanks for stopping by.
All right, take care.
The talk of the town. He is the toast of the town.
The toast.
They're toasting him already.
The burnt toast.
He was on the Joe Buck HBO premiere talk show, the first talk show in Joe Buck's,
Joe Buck's 2 Live.
Joe Buck,
He
Joe Buck
was,
Live.
right?
You know, they're making a big deal about Artie's language on the show, and it's weird to me because, you know, they have the cat house, like prostitutes fucking
but
guys.
HBO's schizophrenic like that.
Yeah.
You know, like on certain shows you're not supposed to do it, and somehow you're supposed to know which shows are for cursing and which shows aren't.
What about Sex in the City?
Right.
They used to, I mean, the stuff on that show offended me.
But then they'll have
No, it
something
didn't.
like the Bob Costa show, which never had any cursing in it.
I know, but they said, okay, I mean, they said do anything you want.
Well, I think they're schizophrenic in the sense that I think Joe Buck was going for more of a Letterman-esque kind of talk show where they talk sports and hang out. And
Right, because if you watched it, it was the Costa show. There was never any cursing.
I do believe, though, that these guys, when they booked you on the show, you know, sort of thought that you would be a talk show guest in the in keeping with your Letterman appearances and your Conan appearances and stuff like that. I think they probably were really blown out by the language, but nevertheless,
they should have said something. Right. They shouldn't have said "go to town."
They gave me no guidelines. Listen, I mean, this is crazy. I did an interview with the New York Times yesterday. Like, I mean,
about this?
Yeah.
Well, it's a big story in the sense that you went on, and HBO is now upset with you.
Right.
Oh dear.
And in fact, I was reading the paper today. They've blacklisted Artie from HBO Sports, which
wow.
I don't think.
Well, geez, Artie, I'm sorry for you.
I don't know how that would affect your career, but maybe it would. I don't know.
Look, me blacklisted from anything could affect my career, sure.
Oh, no, the HBO Sports Department's a major plank.
Here's the article. HBO wipes hands of Artie. Artie Lang meet the HBO blacklist. Lang, Howard Stern's radio sidekick, is persona non grata at HBO Sports after his profanity-laced segment on Monday's premiere of Joe Buck Live. I tell you what, I never knew who Joe Buck was. Now I do.
Yeah, I mean,
there's something good that came out of this.
Sure.
He can do, he can go do as many Howard Stern shows as he likes, but he will no longer appear on HBO Sports or Joe Buck Live, HBO Sports President Ross Greenberg told the Post yesterday.
Wow.
Well, that's the greatest news ever. I can do as many Howard Stern shows as I want.
How does Ross know that you can do as many shows
when
as you
When
want?
did he get to give permission to do this show?
He's executive producing this show.
He's the president of Hollywood.
Howard, if that's true, and you make that decision, I couldn't be happier about it.
We don't have any interest in his world. That's a quote from Mr. Greenberg.
You have your own world.
Lang appeared with actor Paul Rudd, barely. Paul Rudd didn't get a word in.
But they weren't trying. Did you see them struggling for words?
No,
Howard,
they had a good time.
They went, yeah, they both loved it. If you watch it, the crowd is guffawing. Like Michael Irvin is laughing. Like, look, I'm not going to say this about a normal appearance, but I have to defend myself. Like Jimmy Kimmel texted me yesterday. He said, "Dude, that appearance was epic. They should have you back on every night." Like,
you should be his sidekick. Somebody said to me there should be the Artie and Joe Buck show.
Yeah, I mean, so Ross Greenberg has, I mention him a lot in this New York Times. I don't know if the New York Times thing ran at all, but he sounds like a moron. He gave me no guidelines, and he knows what I do. He read my book. He saw my stand-up. Can someone explain to him why I wouldn't do what I did on Letterman? It's CBS, it's Letterman, and quite frankly, I have a lot more respect comedically for David Letterman than I do Joe Buck.
Lang, discussing his appearance on yesterday's Howard Stern show, said Greenberg told him to go nuts if the discussion flagged. So go fuck yourself. I don't care how important you are in the business, Lang said to Greenberg. That's regrettable, Greenberg fired back. I said to him prior to the show that we need your energy if things get boring. He misconstrued that. I didn't mean that we needed this, which was a far cry from energetic. It was a mean-spirited, vitriolic diatribe with guttural language.
Howard, take away the first thing I said, okay?
Right.
And which was just a crazy joke that is the first time the audience reacted to anything, okay?
Right.
And the kid Jason next to me started whooping it up afterwards. Whoa, and the place went nuts. Then after that, it really was just me and Joe ribbing each other, and I told a story about his father. And I mean, that was really, that's what I did, and everything killed. I mean, But look, I don't care if I'm ever on HBO ever again.
Right.
This is the show that sells tickets to there's guys who have HBO stand-up specials that open for me on the road. I mean, that's the truth, because I'm on the Stern Show. I mean, I don't care, Ross. I really just don't care.
All right. Let's see. So Artie, who ever since he got off heroin is very energetic, appeared on a bunch of shows.
He is Mr. Energy.
No, Tim Sabian called me and asked me to call into Chris Russo. I wouldn't have done that.
Well, you can do sports with Chris.
Yeah, right. and
I heard that, by the way.
You heard it, Fred?
Oh, yeah, I heard that, by the way. He's not your friend.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Russo was, he was doing...
I didn't think Russo was... I thought you might have overreacted to Russo, and I'll tell you why.
I definitely think
listening.
So, too.
I haven't heard the whole thing. We'll play it now. He thought you weren't funny. So you say, well, some people think I'm funny and some people don't.
Okay, he had an issue with the language too, and I just explained that I said, well, look,
But you got so angry with Chris. It was like saying, who cares what Chris thinks, whether you're funny or not? Just be like, you know what? I thought I did well. That's the only person I answered.
Well, I was told that he was bashing me for a while. Well, that's what I was told. Tim said you got to call in. Tim
wanted you to react to what was being said.
Tim asked me to call in.
And then Artie slammed this guy, Mike Francesco. Turns out Mike was defending Artie. You were on fire.
Oh, dear.
Well, I've been wanting to slam Francesco for a while. He gave me a bad tip on a couple of college games here.
Well, that's very understandable. So, anyway, let me play you the Artie. What was Artie busy with yesterday?
Yeah,
page.
how many shows yesterday?
I'm going to get you a bunch of clips here. What page is that again, Gary? The Artie page.
Artie has his own page.
JD, page 1. Okay. All right. Here's Artie versus Mad Dog. What about that first clip? Can I pass on that one and just get right to
pass on the first clip.
Okay. Here's Artie versus Mad Dog. The two of them going at it yesterday.
People guffawed laughing. They don't laugh. They laugh politely if they have to. People were barreled over laughing. Watch the fucking tape.
But Artie, I'm a big fan. You were not funny. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of yours, Artie. I watched. You were not funny. That was not a funny set. That was not a funny 8 minutes.
I'll tell you what, Chris, I'm a big fan of yours about sports, but you don't know shit about being funny. When you're funny, it's funny when...
Artie, I'm not trying to be funny. You tried to be funny, and you weren't funny.
Exactly. I was trying to be funny, and I was funny. Howard Stern thought I was funny.
We all know.
I got texts from people I barely know. Jimmy Kimmel sent me a text saying that appearance was epic. It was the best thing I've ever seen. It was hilarious, and they're going to have you back. Every funny person I know thought I was funny. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Chris, I love
Billy Crystal, Artie, Billy Crystal didn't think you're funny, and Billy Crystal's better than Jimmy. And Billy Crystal is bigger. Billy Crystal is bigger than Jimmy Kimmel. And Billy Crystal did not think you were funny.
Billy Crystal, let me tell you about Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal hates Howard because Howard busts his chops. Billy Crystal's funny, but he's an uptight prick. He's a politically correct, uptight bastard. He's an egomaniac. We've sent out Stutter and John to ask him questions. We play a tape. Oh, Howard's not funny either. I think Billy Crystal is unbelievably talented.
Wait.
Wait, let me talk. I think Billy Crystal is unbelievably talented. His stand-up is unreal, but he's full of himself, and he's taking it too far. I'm a Yankee fan like him. Now he thinks he's Mr. Big Shot, Mr. Pretentious, Mr. I Meet the President. So I don't give a fuck what he thinks is funny. I give a fuck what my fans think are funny, and they thought it was funny, Chris.
Artie.
And I don't care if you think it's funny either, even though I'll listen to you talk about the Jet-Giant schedule and what the record's going to be, but don't tell me about being funny, and I won't tell you about...
Well, no, but Artie, you need a guy. You tell me about sports, you're allowed. I mean, I don't say, well, I don't know, what does Artie know about sports? I don't say that. So why should you say that about me, about why I can't judge a comedian? What, you're allowed to judge your sports and I can't judge a comedian?
You're entitled to your opinion, but I don't respect your opinion about comedy. I tell you about sports, and a lot of times I'm wrong, and if you tell me I'm wrong, I'll believe it. Chris, I love you, man. You know I'm a huge fan of yours, but you're wrong about this. I was funny, and look at the audience. They guffaw.
You can't judge.
Michael, wait, Chris.
Hold on now. Let me get this straight. Artie, let me get this straight. I'm not allowed to judge your comedic value, but Michael Irvin can. Is that the way it's supposed to work? I can't judge it, but if Michael Irvin laughs, you must be funny. Michael Irvin doesn't know anything.
Chris, you could judge whatever you want. And Michael Irvin could judge whatever you want. I don't give a fuck about it either way. I'm just saying one's right and one.
Well, hold on. You brought up Michael Irvin 4 times and he thought it was funny. Well, why should Michael Irvin be able to judge it? I can't. That doesn't work. Michael Irvin's not a comedian. Well, why can't he's a football player. I retired. What a dad.
I'll tell you what.
He's got no credibility with comedy.
Chris, you're gonna let me talk?
Yes, go ahead. Got to answer the question, though.
Because, Chris, I met Michael Irvin, and quite frankly, he's funnier than you are. That's how it is. You're funny and you don't...
Michael Irvin can't get a job in the media business. ESPN fired Michael Irvin. Nobody wants Michael Irvin on. You're making what? Michael Irvin's a big talent in the broadcasting field.
Why the fuck was he on?
Because he's a Hall of Fame wide receiver, Artie. You think he's on because he's funny?
And I'm on Joe Buck Live because I'm on a Hall of Fame radio show. How'd that sound, motherfucker?
Well, that's different, Artie. We're not talking about... Forget Stern. Forget Stern. We're talking about your appearance as far as humor is concerned and about language and about all those things. How about going on, Buck, last night and use better language and not make everybody cringe in America?
And being boring and nobody cares. Would you be talking to me right now if I went on and talked like Carol Burnett for fucking an hour or some other fucking jerk-off you think is funny like Bob Hope? You're talking to me right now because of what I think.
Is Bob Uecker funny?
Is Bob Uecker funny?
Yeah, Bob Uecker funny?
I think Bob Uecker's hilarious.
Okay, does Bob Uecker use bad language?
Off the air.
No, in his jokes, does he use bad language, Artie? The answer is no.
What the hell is he talking about?
Chris, you're caught up in the 1940s, brother. I'm a Richard Pryor fan. I'm a George Carlin fan. I love Sam Kinison. I love guys who were on the edge. You don't. It's a difference. Howard Stern. And don't bullshit me, man. I used to listen to you and the Mike and Mad Dog, and you guys would always talk when you were kissing Imus's fucking old ass. You would go, oh, Howard works blue. I don't work blue. I grew up listening to Howard, man. I work blue. And Joe Buck knew that, and he got it, and the fans fucking loved it. And today, people are talking about his show because of it.
The one thing I don't understand, maybe you know this and clear it up, Artie. When did Billy Crystal comment on Artie's appearance?
I don't know.
Never.
Russo seems to be aware of something no one else. Maybe they had a personal conversation.
Are they close, Billy Crystal and Mad Dog?
I have no idea.
Howard.
That is so funny.
Howard, listen.
I got more, by the way.
I know, but listen, I am a fan of Russo because he's real. He's really a geek. I mentioned Norm Macdonald to him, and he said, the guy on Cheers, Norm.
No.
You know what I mean? So he doesn't know anything about
outside of sports
or modern day stuff.
It wasn't his cup of tea.
Right, exactly. But he was yelling at me too, Howard. I mean, I was yelling back.
Michael Irvin thought it was funny.
He did.
That was
funny.
fun. Chris is a funny guy.
He is funny.
When he starts yelling, he's just funny.
I love when two guys argue over whether they were funny or not. It's the best. I mean, I've gotten caught up in that crap.
Was the best. He's a football player.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, exactly. Well, whoever's in the audience, when you're a comic, you're just happy anyone's laughing, man, you know.
It seems like you're getting caught up lately in a lot of fights with people, a lot of agitation. I'm worried about you, honestly.
Honestly, Howard, I'm fine. I really am. But people are fucking with me.
But I don't know. You think everyone's fucking with you?
No. I'm fine, Howard.
You are?
And I'm in therapy, and it's starting
to work. It's working?
Did
Howard,
you talk to your therapist about this?
I have a shrink session today. And,
good.
Oh, good.
How long?
I love the guy. He's finally back from his honeymoon.
How many hours is the session today?
It's going to be about an hour and a half because I have a book signing tonight, so I have to calm down.
Right.
But I have so much anger in me. I do. I have anger in me,
really do.
and I'm working on it.
Okay. What is it, Fred?
I have a couple of thoughts. Book a triple session, number one.
You got it, Fred.
And number two, I heard that exchange yesterday, and in my opinion, Russo has no credibility whatsoever to judge who's funny and who is not.
No, you're missing the point.
But it's his opinion on
He's commenting on what he thought was funny.
But the difference in the argument, too, is he's commenting directly on what Artie does for a living as opposed to what's funny, and Artie's not commenting on what he does. What if Artie would have come out?
He does. Artie says
I don't say he does a bad job.
Artie says he's a fan.
I don't say he does. What if he called in and says, "I don't think you're doing a particularly
He says
good show
he likes
today."
Artie. He's a fan, but he didn't think this performance was his best.
I think that's a nice little cop out when people want to say something shitty about you. They preamble it with,
"I agree.
You know, I'm a fan, but." He sounds like that guy Mark Krisky.
Look,
Howard, I
he
was
gave his opinion. Right. Quite frankly, who cares what Mad Dog's opinion
I agree with
is?
it. But
Artie did his thing.
I just want to say one thing. Also, his opinion is colored because his favorite comedian is Carol O'Connor.
Yeah.
And that's not even a joke.
Well, I mean, you know, Carol O'Connor is a great actor, but exactly, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Second point, I listened long after Artie had his meltdown on the air, and he admitted, I believe he admitted he didn't even see it.
Oh, so then how could he comment?
You know what? That's the beauty of
He
Chris.
did not see the show.
Mad Dog didn't see the. Did he watch the performance on YouTube or something?
He either watched it on YouTube or he heard the tapes.
Or Billy Crystal called him.
He did not see the show.
Billy Crystal called him from the movie set.
Chris, I'll apologize ahead of time, but I believe it was about maybe a half hour, an hour afterwards you admitted you didn't see the show.
I just like that Billy Crystal is discussing this with Mad Dog.
It would have been nice if Billy Crystal could have said it in his own words.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
First of all, before a Springsteen concert, I went on Mad Dog's show a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And what I did on the Joe Buck show compared to what I did on Chris Russo's show looked like Romper Room. I mean, and he hugged me afterwards and said, that was great. I loved it. I mean, this is satellite radio. I am a dirty comedian. I admit that. I'm not as smart as Jerry Seinfeld, I guess. I'm not as smart as...
But when you go on, let's say, Letterman or Conan, you do not work dirty. You're able to do both.
I can do both,
That's right.
But on HBO, I figured, what the hell? Let it loose, man.
Right.
Why not?
All right, here's Artie versus Mad Dog round 2.
Oh, boy.
Artie, can we calm down with the language on that kind of show? Can we do that?
Listen, it's HBO, Chris. I will never listen to you with comedy advice, okay, buddy? You pick up my DVD, I curse like crazy. It's rated NC-17.
But I know when I buy your video. Artie, I know when I buy...
I'm not going to your fucking kid's 8th birthday party.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Turn off HBO? I know if I buy your video, I know what I'm getting. I know when I sit there and buy your book, I know what I'm getting.
It's HBO. Artie Lang's on HBO. What do you think? You're going to hear me through a psalm from the Bible? You got to be... Are you that stupid?
You can't calm down. Artie, you can't calm down. Artie, you can't calm down a little bit?
You can't calm down a little bit right now either?
I'm fine. You can't calm down a little bit, Artie?
You're not fine. You're not fine. You know what, Chris? No, I like to go over the line. I like to shock. I like to be funny. I like creating uncomfortable shit, and I love conversations like this. This sells books, man. I'm a businessman, too. My book went through the... I'm #1 on the Google Trends today. I don't give a shit about shit that much, except I want to be funny in my own way. I'm not censoring myself for anybody. This is like Lenny Bruce shit, man. Lenny Bruce got arrested, so I'm allowed to curse on HBO, and I'm going to fucking honor that. Howard Stern went through hell to be able to get me to... Howard Stern got FCC fines. Howard Stern's the reason you're allowed to talk like this on the radio right now, and I'm going to honor that.
I'm not using bad language, Artie. Artie, listen, I love Howard. I don't use bad language during a talk show.
You love Howard. There was different shit going on a few years ago with you and your fat fucking...
Oh, we got to leave Mike alone, Artie, please. That's not fair. Don't get on Mike. It's not his fault.
Mike's fat ass is giving me shit. I saw Mike once at a Knick game. I couldn't believe they didn't sell him 3 seats. His ass was so fucking...
Oh, Artie, come on. Don't pick on Mike. What did Mike do? Mike didn't do anything to you.
I'm not picking on Mike, but he's picking on me, so I'm hitting...
Well, when is he picking on... Artie.
Chris, let me tell you something. I'm from the streets. You hit me, I'm hitting you back.
When did Mike pick... In 20 years that I was with Mike, he never mentioned you once. When did Mike pick on you?
I got a bunch of phone calls saying Francesca's stressing you, so guess what?
Artie, did you hear it yourself, or are you going by what your friend told you?
Oh, right. I'm sure my friend would call me up.
Well, I mean, people like to cause... Artie, people like to cause dissension. Yes, friends will call up. Yes, friends will say... People say things to get a reaction. That's what people do.
Chris, don't teach me about radio. I know people make shit up, but there's no way. I guarantee you Francesca gave me shit, just like you're giving me shit.
Not in 20... Artie.
I give a fuck about Francesca. I give a fuck about you, so I'm calling in. That's it. I mean, I don't have proof, but you know what? Whether I have proof or not, Francesca...
listen, here's what I say.
Listen, one thing. Whether I have proof or not, Francesca still has a big fat ass.
No, I mean, listen, a little heavy. I'll buy that, but 19 years, and I worked with Mike for 19 years. He never said a word about... He never...
I know. That's not what I'm talking
Well, the
about.
last 8 months, if he said something, I don't know that.
He didn't say a word about me because I'm not famous enough. But today I made news in his fucking world, so he said something. So I'm saying
I said something. So now you didn't tell me that. You said something today? He said something?
Yeah, I just tried to, but you keep screaming like a crazy person. Like Bruce just started playing Prove It all night. I mean, shut the fuck up and listen. Francesca trashed me today, so I'm trashing him back.
I didn't realize. Well, you didn't say. I didn't hear you say. Nobody heard you say today. I thought you meant over the years.
Because you're screaming too loud like a fucking broad. Calm down.
So then Artie was done and then called Bad Dog back to apologize to Francesca.
First of all, I don't know what happened because 40 people told me Francesca trashed me, and then a caller called up and said that he didn't. So no, I don't know what happened exactly.
So here's Artie apologizing.
Calling back with an apology.
By the way, Howard,
Yeah.
that was the most ridiculous conversation I've ever heard.
Crazy.
It was
Artie, go ahead.
Chris, I'm sorry. Listen, the guy who just called up and said Francesca actually thought I made the show good. Now I feel bad because I made the mistake of listening to a friend. I apologize to Francesca. I don't know the guy, but I'll tell you what, he's right. It was a bore fest. It was a snooze fest, and maybe I thought I had to hit a home run instead of a double to right, so maybe I turned it up a notch. And again, this is where people are wrong. I didn't call Buck a cocksucker. That's not what I did. I would never do that. I made a joke about a website. I would never call him a cocksucker, all right? It's a difference of opinion. I'm sorry to Francesca, but Francesca's right, Chris. It was a bore fest until I started talking. And I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm Richard Pryor. I know I'm not that good, but I do what I do, and I'm trying to make a living. I went on there, and I did it. And a lot of people who I respect, including Howard and Howard's honest, man. If Howard thought I sucked, he would say I sucked.
Howard didn't even see it, right?
Howard saw it and listened to it, of course.
He saw it live, or did he see it after the show was on?
No, he saw it afterwards. But he watched it. He watched the whole thing. And look at it. Chris, look at it. Buck is laughing when I'm doing his father. They cut to the audience. They're not laughing in a fake way. Michael Irvin's out. Both of the kids next to me are laughing, Chris. I know you don't like it, but look, we have a difference in opinion. I apologize to Mike. I did what I had to do. I'm trying to make a living here, brother. I'm trying to avoid becoming a longshoreman again. And I tell you what, I'll keep doing it if it sells books, but not just because of that, because it's true to whatever. You want to call me an artist? I don't think I am, but I'm true to this the way Richard Pryor was true to his honest comedy. I will always do this, and I'll always listen to you, Russo. I won't bother you again. I love you. I'm going to keep listening. Thanks for taking my call.
Artie feels bad now.
Artie was feeling bad, and is it true Mike Francesco really had to buy 3 seats at the stadium?
Well, it's expensive, too. Like $2,000 a seat.
Well, there you go. I mean, you must be a little bit worn out, huh?
I am, Howard.
You're yelling and screaming and
I feel a fraction of what it must be like to be you when you get a lightning rod of stuff. Like
Well,
it's like, I mean, but the New York Times called me. I mean, there's a war on.
You're like Crazy Alice. You're yelling and screaming on all these radio shows.
Well, I mean, again, I would never.
Has he become Crazy Artie?
Crazy Artie.
Shut the fuck up, Crazy Artie, motherfucker. Fuck you, motherfucker. Chris Russo, fucking cocksucker. You ain't no Italian. You ain't no Italian. Fuck you, half Fred.
You suck dick, don't you?
You suck dick, don't you?
I read a dirty cocksucker.
Listen, Howard, I wouldn't have called. I wouldn't have called if Tim asked me to call.
What I thought was really wild was that HBO now on their website bleeped the entire thing. Like,
they have bleeps in it?
They're uptight about the language that was used.
I guess their sports area is where they don't curse.
I guess. I don't know.
Well,
I think they want to be, they're a little schizophrenic, as you said. They want to be a bunch of different things, HBO Sports and HBO Regular, and, they're the dirty channel.
Here's the crazy thing, Howard, and I've said this before on the air, I am such a fan of HBO Sports. Their documentaries, Thrill in Manila, like they are, Liev Schreiber does all of the narration. They did a thing about the Oakland A's and the Raiders in the 70s. It's one of my favorite things ever. I own it. I love HBO Sports. I love Bob Costas.
They don't love you.
But they don't love me. So there's a lot of people I love who don't love me, by the way.
Right.
But anyway, let me just say, and I told this to the New York Times last night. Here's exactly what Ross Greenberg said to me, okay? And I'll tell you what Joe Buck said to me, too. And there's witnesses to this. He said it in front of a few people. And he's not going to like this, and I don't agree with this, but this is what he said. He said, look, Art, with a big smile on his face. Ross Greenberg.
Okay.
With a big smile on his face, he comes up to me and he goes, listen, man, if these two guys get boring, you go in there and put in some energy, and you're the cleanup guy, Right. And he said, if these two guys get boring, you know.
Right.
And Paul Rudd, who is a talented guy, and you know,
Greenberg claims that what he meant. By
I didn't say go nuts.
Right.
I said go nuts. That was right. He didn't say go nuts. He said
Give
if
it
these
some
two
energy.
guys give him some energy. Now Joe Buck in the green room in front of a bunch of people said to me, "Listen, give it to me, man. Let me have it."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said, "Let me have it, man. That's what this is
Like
about."
roast him, kind of.
Yeah, well, no, he just said, "Let me have it." I don't know what I mean. And so, if you say that to me on HBO, what does he think's going to happen?
I don't know.
I guess you're right. The first thing was a little strong, but then I made. But then I told a touching story about how much I loved his
All
father.
right. Well, you know, listen, you.
Everybody forgot that, Artie.
I know.
That's right, Art. I was reading a guy named Tommy Craig's column in the. I think this is from Miami. But I don't know. I don't know where he just writes. He writes a column, and he said that he thought that Joe Buck's phony outrage over Joe Buck's show is ridiculous. That having Artie on,
He invited Artie.
He invited Artie. Artie was wild, and that's what they could have expected. And Joe Buck now distancing himself from his own show is sort of a wild thing in itself. That this is your show. And you kind of wanted this, and now you're conveniently saying you didn't want it. HBO took Artie's appearance off of YouTube, and they had it removed.
YouTube?
Yeah, off of YouTube because they had it removed. I didn't hear the rest of these, though. There's a couple other shows, I guess, that commented on Artie. This is the Dan Patrick radio show from here at Sirius, I guess.
Well, I guess that, you know, Gary's happy because they stopped talking about the pitch.
Yeah.
Well, at least I did something manly. No, I was offensive.
Before we dive into Brett Favre's appearance last night on the Joe Buck show, the Joe Buck / Artie Lang show on HBO.
It's a good show, the Favre, and then the nice piece on David Wright, and then that great segment with Paul Rudd, who's hysterical, and Artie Lang, and some guy.
Paul Rudd wasn't hysterical.
Well, he only had 2 words.
Paul Rudd was there? Yeah, I think he said, "Hi, Joe," and that was it.
It was a hijacking last night.
Yes, it was.
Brutal.
Yes, it was.
Brutal but transfixing TV.
I was not turning the channel. There's no doubt about that, but I've never felt more uncomfortable or sorry for a host in my entire life.
But what do you expect with Artie Lang? This is a comedian with Howard Stern, and Artie's off heroin, and if you listen to the show, Artie never shuts up anymore. He's got 1,000 things to say, and I think he probably got on and said, "Hey, you know what? This is kind of boring here. Let me liven this up."
He pulled a Howard, like when Howard did that to Arsenio Hall, and he's done it to other places, but they went to him, and the first thing he said to Joe Buck, I can't even come close to repeating on the air, but poor Joe looked like, I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, he was shell-shocked.
Yeah, I think that he, and probably had his family there. That's a big thing. It's his first show. It's HBO. He wants to get into the entertainment field. And I can host one of these shows. And
some producer in the back room in the early planning was like, you know what? Why don't we go a little crazy? Let's get a guy a little risque. How about Artie Lang?
That Artie Lang, I hear all the kids like him.
Yeah, it'll be great.
He's edgy. Yeah, that'll be good. But I think what he made the mistake of maybe waking Artie up a little bit. And he started to give him a little bit of grief. You, as a host, you got to be careful if you're going to pick your battles with a comedian, a stand-up comedian who's just going to fire back. I mean, Artie's used to doing this every single day of his life. And I think that's where Joe found out, especially the websites that Joe apparently goes.
Joe's 10 and 15-year-old sons, by the way, were in the audience.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I wasn't told that.
Oh, dear.
Why would that have mattered?
Well, you know what?
You know what? They're a little less innocent today.
Artie Lang, you would have thought that he went on kicking and screaming, like he didn't want to go on the show. That's the feeling I got. It's like, I don't want to be here. And I'm just going to start taking shots. I'm bored. I'm going to start taking shots.
And the funniest part was he just says some really off-color stuff for about 2 minutes. And he goes, but, you know, Joe, I love your father. He's a great broadcaster. One of the best old-school guy. Didn't take any BS. And starts complimenting his father, but still throwing in swear words as he's complimenting him.
I thought it was Joey Buttafuoco when I first tuned in. I did. I saw Artie. I went... Is that? Oh, it's Artie. I thought it was Joey Buttafuoco there.
Hey, Marie, you're on the air in El Paso.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
I love you.
Love you.
I just wanted to say, Artie, you know, because I was a big Jackie fan, and so Artie's kind of humor, it's always been something that I don't really get or I don't really understand, but it's always kind of been like he's not really himself, and I think it was the drugs. And I've been in rehab. I've just been out of rehab for like a month. And I know exactly what he's going through because, like, I'm now myself. you know, like being a bitch and like shouting at people, and you know what I mean? You're being yourself, Artie, and that's what I really, really appreciate about your humor now, is that you're being honest, and that's what makes it really funny.
Okay,
No,
I guess.
I guess she likes you.
That was a weird turn, but thank you,
She
sweetie.
back into it.
I wonder how many times HBO will rerun this disgraceful episode.
I don't know. It sounds like you know, they're bleeping it, but it is on their website. It's still there.
I know it's bleeped somewhere. Some people write me letters now about this whole thing,
and can I say something?
I'm trying to understand it, and I think somewhere it's bleeped, and YouTube took it off. That's what I know.
I don't know why YouTube would take it off, but you know,
they don't take anything off.
HBO had it removed from YouTube somehow.
They don't want people seeing the unbleeped version.
Yeah.
One other thing about my intent, I was excited to be invited to that. That's a big deal for me. And a live HBO. It is for an HBO. I mean, I got a book out. It's an HBO show. Brett Favre and Michael Irvin are Hall of Fame guys, or Favre will be. And, you know, I didn't go there to do anything but try to make the show good and be funny. Joe Buck was very nice to me. He's a big fan of this show, and I didn't go on and try to hijack anything.
What was it like after you, like when you were leaving? Did he shake your hand?
He shook my hand and said, "Great job, man. That was great." And
you weren't ushered out by cops or anything like that.
I mean, look, every one of the crew guys hugged me and said that was the greatest thing ever. I mean,
and Joe Buck himself, what did Greenberg do?
I didn't see Greenberg on the way out. I mean, I had to get up in the morning, so I left.
Right.
I mean, I didn't know I had to stay an extra half hour for the internet thing. I mean, I had to get up in the morning, but I stayed. And again, I would never say this except to defend myself, but if you got Paul Rudd and Jason on the phone, the two guys...
They thought it was funny.
Who were with me.
Yes.
Paul looked at me and said, "Do you realize how amazing what you just did was?"
Well, maybe we'll try to get this out going. We'll try to call Paul Rudd.
I believe Artie. I don't think I need to call Paul Rudd.
You don't?
I believe
I would
him.
like to hear everybody's take on this.
You need to hear it all. Marianne, why don't we have everyone in the world call it? Marianne from Brooklyn, you're on the air.
Artie, don't you have anything better to do than call a lame radio show?
What do you mean? He's promoting a book.
He's calling Mike and all these shows. Like
No, he called Mad Dog because
Mad Dog to promote his show.
Tim asked him to do it.
Oh, but Howard, can I ask you something? Do you think that Artie using your name like Howard said it throughout this whole thing, are you upset about that, or it doesn't really matter to you?
No, Artie works with me, and he's quoting things that I said. I said I thought it was funny.
No, I'm talking about on the shows, like he says, Artie's my boss, and Howard's my boss, and I'm only going to listen to Howard, and I only listen to the great Howard. You know, that's what he keeps saying, almost like you're his father figure, and he's got to put it out there like you have to protect him.
No, I think it's a way of him saying that he works with me and respects my opinion.
Well, that's nice. I have to say one more thing. It's not such a big deal, Artie. Life goes on, you know what? And you should just, like, chill out because you're trying to be in, rehab and stuff. So everybody does have a life, so we should all move on. Love you, Howard.
All right, Marianne.
I am chill. I'm very calm. This is.
I've been a lot in the internet and stuff, and it seems like that man you're talking about, he said that he really wanted to kick you off, but because he promoted it so much, he wasn't going to do that, and that you were supposed to give energy and not that kind of raunchy, crazy behavior, because I think the reason...
All right, very interesting. David, go ahead. You're on in Toronto.
I just want to tell Artie, he's like a road that's been paved twice. Retard. You are less Italian than you are funny. I think you should concentrate on that. And the title of your new book, if you understand Italian, should be Chabot. It means fat little fuck.
Well, I'm an Artie fan.
I don't understand what he
sounds more
said.
like... I think this is Mr. Greenberg on the phone.
He did a great joke. You hear him? A paved road, retard.
Retard.
Yeah, no,
that was a good one. That's funny, man. Can I use that one?
Howard's my boss.
Yeah,
you
right.
can use that one.
Thanks, buddy.
You can use that one, and maybe you'll get a laugh.
Right. I never get laughs.
People laugh because
I never get laughs.
Doesn't mean you're funny.
Oh, okay. What would mean you're funny? People not laughing?
No, it would mean people laughing because you said something that was actually humorous, not belligerent. People laugh out of.
Yeah, that's a lot of your detractors are saying you've become very angry and belligerent.
Oh, okay.
That you used to be sweet Artie, and now you're vicious Artie.
Okay, well,
I thought that the Joe Buck thing was entertaining. Now, I don't know. I don't even believe everyone's carrying on like this.
I can't believe it either. Very controversial. We had no idea that they would be debating this all over everybody's ear.
Listen, if I was on there with Barack Obama, I would not have said what I said.
You
Okay,
said it was a setting where you felt comfortable enough to do your thing.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm sorry, guys.
Now, were you excited by all this, or were you upset by it? What happened yesterday in your life? Were you turned on by all of the attention, or were you turned off to this?
I have to admit, Howard, I was turned on by it.
You liked it. You liked all the attention.
It's exciting. I mean,
did Team Lang come together and say this was a good thing?
I haven't met Team Lang.
Did you discuss this with your agent? Did you discuss it?
They all think it's great.
They
yeah,
like
that's
it.
what I was talking about.
Because
That's Team Lang.
you know, the book apparently
doing well.
Went through the roof.
So that's what you want.
Yeah.
So you got what you needed.
Well, I mean, you know, it's publicity,
right?
And
so you weren't having any sort of second thoughts about it, doubts?
No.
You feel good about your appearance there, and
Howard, listen, all I can go by is I've done a lot of talk shows, okay?
Right.
And I've done 1,000 of these shows and whatever, and I've done a lot of things in front of an audience. I thought it was great.
Right. So that's all you have to worry about.
And I've been on
yourself?
And I've been on before, and I thought I've been bad too.
Why?
You know?
Why defend yourself? That's what you've got to do in therapy. You got to say, listen, I thought it was great. That's what I did. I stand by it.
Well,
that's it.
People are.
Don't get affected by everyone's opinion.
I'm not affected by it.
Good.
Really, I'm sort of just sitting here and people are coming to me. People called me. Tim called me and asked me to call Russo. I look, and everyone gets into this business because you want attention, and of course I was turned on by it.
I was glad to hear you say you were a narcissist. I think your numbers would be higher this week than mine.
I'm a narcissist. Absolutely.
He might be higher than you.
Yeah, you might be a little above a 34.
Right.
Robin, look, anyone who gets into comedy, think about what a comedian says to the rest of the world. Look, guys, I don't only think I'm interesting and funny. I think people will pay to fucking hear me. I mean, of course I'm a narcissist.
But I was going to ask you something. You would never go to your therapist to evaluate a performance, would you?
No, I wouldn't. But I might go to my therapist to understand why I'd care so much.
Right. I see. Okay.
Right. In other words, when I go into therapy, I have had issues where I care what everyone thinks. Mm-hmm. And we get into that. Why care about...
that's a different issue. I thought you were saying maybe you should talk to your therapist about, whether this was funny or not. And that's not what you're going to do.
No, I think Artie needs to deal in therapy with a lot of issues. This isn't one of them.
Right. What would he be talking about in relation to this, though?
His anger, he is lashing out at anyone who criticizes him, which is understandable. Mm-hmm. But the anger is so off the wall.
Right.
Well, you know what?
It's crazy that it's making his life like
a little bit unlivable.
And I would guess, if I may play shrink here, that all of this excitement, all of this fighting with everyone, all of this turmoil is keeping Artie from really getting to the things that bother him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
he's keeping himself busy.
You're 100% correct.
Right.
Something about that, though. I remember going through an anger phase.
Yes, I remember that
in
phase.
the few months that I did therapy.
Yeah.
And then cured yourself.
Before I quit.
Right. Before you declared you were cured. Yes.
And that's one thing that happens. A lot of your unexpressed anger just rises to the surface, and it is a little bit uncontrollable at the beginning.
Oh, it's horrible. And what is that famous quote by Richard Nixon, like, your enemies only win if you get mad, because then you destroy yourself. You know? And look, Howard's right. I have anger in me that's tremendous, and it's about a bunch of things. And thank God I found a therapist that I like. Like, I really like. I call him on the phone when I can't see him. If I'm on the road. So I'm working on it, man.
I believe that you need to be in therapy 5 days a week for now.
Okay.
Now, I'm not making a joke.
I don't understand. Is it structured therapy? What are we talking about?
It's a psychotherapy, I believe, that Artie is involved with.
It's intense.
And it's...
But is it structured? Like, we see each other on this day at this hour?
It's twice a week, based on his schedule and mine.
Based on
based on
you don't have a set appointment?
In the beginning of the week, he'll say, I have this day, and I'll say, okay, let's do it that way.
What about locking into 3 or 4 times a week at a set time?
I'll bring that up to him today.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be the move
Because
because
I think you could, get through this a lot easier, maybe dispel a lot of that anger
I think he's
in therapy.
I think I'll get through a lot of money, too.
Well, that, too. We can run through that.
No, you're right. No, listen.
Getting better does cost money.
If I could tell you,
investment in you,
if I could tell you what I spent on heroin,
Right.
it
pales
it's
in comparison.
way less.
What'd you spend a week on heroin? Would you say? I mean, there's no exact number, I'm sure.
A week?
When you really were at your worst.
At my worst? Yeah. Well, I read once that that Yoko Ono and John Lennon in the 70s were spending $5,000 a week on heroin. In the 70s.
That was the 70s.
Yeah, and I think, but you see, here's the thing. I was having it delivered because I was afraid to be seen going.
So there's a surcharge?
Well, absolutely.
It's like McDonald's. If they could deliver it to your house, they have to charge you something.
And these
Pizza
were
Hut,
these were guys that I would overpay because I was afraid. I don't want them mad at all. You know. And I'll give you the most I ever spent in 1 week.
Go ahead.
Probably. You know what? I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, not because there's a bunch of issues here.
Oh.
By the way, I mean, how often do you have to have it delivered?
About twice a day. no,
Is that true?
No. A couple times a week.
Right.
Yeah.
How long does the delivery person hang out? Do they just deliver and then leave? Like
you don't have to hang with them.
Hang out with them?
Sometimes it gets uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Sometimes they use bad language. Sometimes Ross Greenberg will say, look, you're Artie's heroin dealer. If it gets boring, try to mix it up a little bit. And they completely misread them.
Does the delivery person ever, like, once in a while, like, hand you the bag and then, like, pull it away real quick and, like, just fuck with you?
No, they don't want to. They want the money, so
they don't want to tease you with it?
That doesn't happen.
You're not in any mood to pull back the money, are you?
No, I'm not.
So when somebody, maybe let's put it this way, see if you can answer this. When somebody's habit is bad, like what generally would they spend a week?
Well, here's the thing. I never
5,000 sounds incredible.
I never shot it.
Right.
I believe John and Yoko were shooting it. You go through it way quicker.
Right.
So, I would say even adjusting $5,000 a week now would be a shitload of money to pay for heroin because heroin's cheap.
Could you have spent $7,500 a week?
No.
No, not that much.
He's saying he didn't go that way.
He didn't go that way.
It's cheaper.
Well, it's like I never smoked cocaine either.
Right.
For some reason, I had these levels, and I was at parties where
there was times you were afraid to go that.
Yeah, because I would have lived in that bottle, and I was at parties where I was handed a pipe, and I just said no to that somehow because I thought that was another level. And if you smoke coke, God, the money just goes because then you just get rid of it so quick.
Do you think you're insane?
On some level, sure.
You do.
Yeah, I mean,
qualified.
I mean,
Are you
insane.
Do you think you're insane?
No, I don't think I'm insane.
In other words, do you think you have a death wish?
Oh.
Which would be insanity.
I think, yes, I know that.
Right.
I think at one time I might have, but not anymore.
All right, good. All right, well, that's good to hear.
Well, listen, Howard, I tried to commit suicide. Howard.
Right. So are you insane?
No, I think I was at one point, but I'm not.
Now you're
saying? Listen, I'm not trying to be wah here, but the pain that I went through, the darkness of seeing my father the way he was so traumatizing to me. And my father asked me to kill him once a week.
Right.
And he was my best friend, and we did everything together. And when we played catch, my hand would hurt from how hard he threw the ball. And the last 4 years of his life, I had to wipe his nose. And it just it really was something I couldn't get out of my head. And I never went to therapy for it. And my mother always looked tired. She would set her while working.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead. I mean, I'm just trying to answer
Your father. No, I hear you. Your father exhibited a lot of bad behavior.
Yes.
You described a story that I thought was almost too outrageous to believe that he would, install, phony cable.
But never did drugs or drank or anything, which is weird. And he never gambled. It was weird.
Do you think a lot of your outrageous behavior is an attempt to be like your dad?
Absolutely.
It is.
1,000.
Because you admire him so much that all of his negative behaviors you think are good.
You could not be more correct. My father would tell me stories about how he used to fool around in school and get in trouble. And that absolutely made me want to do that.
So you
Well,
think?
wait a minute.
So
We
you
were
think that
on-
being a real man is behaving outrageously or
Probably.
badly?
Well, no, not bad, but you see, because in a lot of ways I'm a good man, Howard.
No, I'm not accusing you of being a bad man. You're a good-hearted guy.
Yeah, but
do you think outrageous and bad behavior
is manly?
Is manly?
Sure, in a way there is, but I'm older now. I used to think that. I realize now, of course. I mean, listen, the stuff I do on an HBO
No, I'm not
show.
talking about, forget HBO.
Right? Okay.
I'm not talking about HBO. I'm talking about
You're talking about his life.
I'm talking about your life. I'm talking about doing outrageous things. That some stuff that you don't even talk about here.
I think I'm mature enough now to realize that that's wrong. But for a long time, I thought that was what a man was. Absolutely.
Let me ask you something, though, because we were on the conversation about insanity.
Right.
And insanity is not regulatable.
That's right.
Okay? You can't control. That's what insanity is.
That's why I asked the question, because insanity means you're insane. It means, in other words,
it means you
there's
don't have a choice.
The only way that you can recover from it, if you want to call it a recovery, is to be medicated.
Right. You have to be controlled outside of yourself.
Absolutely.
So
you can't say, today I'm not insane.
Right. So
you are if you're insane, that's it.
There's no
cure.
I was insane yesterday.
No, there isn't.
That temporary insanity defense. What do you think of that?
That's why I asked you if you think you're insane, because...
Well, do you think I'm insane?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking that something's going on where my recommendation, and I don't say this lightly, the reason I said you should be in therapy 4 or 5 days a week is to find out what's really going on with you.
Right.
You should know what's going on with you.
Right.
In other words, you're an older guy with the heroin and stuff. That's dangerous stuff. I mean, you're playing with fire.
I understand.
And I love you, and I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I know you do, Howard.
So the thing is that if you are insane, let's assume you are, they can medicate you.
Right.
And if they medicate you, you'll have a good life. There are many people I know in my personal life who are, mentally ill. And people go shocked when you hear, mental illness. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, let me head for
I don't want anything bad to happen to you. So if you are mentally ill, they should medicate you. If you're not, then you got to get to the bottom of this anger.
But let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you something.
Right. Because you tried to commit suicide, and that scares me.
But I tried to commit suicide because I had just done coke for 3 days, and I ran out of it. And
so you might not be insane.
I don't think I am.
But taking coke for 3 days is insane.
I know. But so everyone who does coke for 3 days, there's a lot of people who do that. I mean,
and they're not all insane.
I don't think I'm insane. I don't think I'm insane.
Artie, sometimes the drug taking is an attempt at self-medicating because
of course it
of
is.
insanity.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, all right.
That could be behind the drug use,
but okay, and that's
it could be. I'm not a
completely
doctor.
understandable.
Yeah, I don't know.
I understand that,
right.
but I'm not on any medication right now.
Right.
And for a couple of weeks on the show, I really was out of my mind, ruining interviews and shit.
Right.
And do you feel I've made an adjustment there?
No.
No?
No. You've made some adjustment, but not really.
Well, some adjustment.
Not really. No, I don't think so.
But some adjustment.
Some.
Right. So
I think you're having a hard time controlling yourself.
I'm going towards the.
Yeah. I think you're doing better. I just think that I'm worried about.
That's on my own. So, and I'm going to keep and listen. I will keep trying to do that.
There's something going on though that concerns me. That in doing your own rehab, I think you're going through a tremendous difficulty right now. You came off heroin, which
right.
I applaud you, and I think is unbelievable. I mean, an amazing feat, because anyone who understands addiction, that ain't easy.
Oh, no.
This is the hardest thing you're going through.
It's not just the drug.
And I don't think you even know inside of you how, forget the physical addiction,
right.
the psychological addiction. That emptiness now, that void that isn't filled, has to be filled some other way.
Well, it's the Charlie Parker quote. They can get it out of your blood, but they can't get it out of your brain.
Right. When you're an addictive person.
Whatever you were taking it for, you're now subject to having to control
right.
or
You're
face.
feeling things. Thoughts are creeping in. That
Absolutely.
The heroin would dampen. In a way, you were medicating whatever it is that's bugging you, whether it is insanity, whether it's just the death of your father, whether it's the combination of everything that goes on in the pressures of your life. Whatever's going on now, you're starting to feel.
Right.
And I think
That's a hell of a thing to have to go through on your own.
I know I have trouble negotiating my feelings. That's why I'm there 3 days a week. I can't imagine what it's like for you coming off heroin. That's why I'm saying.
Well, I am going. I'm going, and it's 2 days a week now. But I'll tell the guy I want more. I believe you, Howard.
I'm telling you. I think that I'm worried because, listen, you're a dear friend. But aside from working with you, forget the work. I'm talking about you're a good-hearted human being and a good man and a funny guy and a talented guy. And I think that this is a lot of pressure you're going through right now.
It is.
I recognize that.
Thank you.
But you got to get assistance. I mean, you got to find out what's going on inside of you, because no one can do that on their own. Very few people, so, unless you're, so self-evolved that you can figure out what's going on.
And I'm not.
And I'm not either. So I'm not trying to set myself as an expert.
And there are some people who it's just a drug thing, and they just get off the drugs, and they're fine. But if the drug was something to cover up something else.
Sure it was.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
You see, let me tell you something. Well, this is why I enjoy therapy now, and it's working. Just this conversation makes me feel better.
Right.
It does,
because
and I appreciate it.
Right. Well,
because
people care about
because it's with people I respect.
Right.
Okay, and I respect this guy a lot.
Good.
And God, is he a wise soul? And
but here's the other thing: you also tend to turn everybody into either they're the greatest or the
shittiest.
Worst.
All right.
He's a man.
I understand.
He's got expertise in this area.
Right.
He's going to sit with you. Some days you're going to hate him. Some days you're going to love him.
Right.
But he knows what he's doing. I know the guy's credentials.
Yes.
I was involved with that.
I know the guy's address. He better know what he's doing.
Right. He better, because there's a lot of money going on.
Yeah,
but as I said when you were first talking about it, it's a commitment you have to make to go through the rough patches and this lovely honeymoon.
Right, this is a honeymoon
going
phase.
On here.
I went to my psychiatrist and I said, I can't fucking stand this anymore. I don't want to be here. I want to get out. And by the end of the session, I felt great. So it was like, you're always going to have those feelings you want to get away from therapy.
Right.
I just say, look, who the hell knows what's going on? You've had a volatile past, the horror of your father, as you point out, and who knows what else went on there. You might have blocked out a lot of shit that you don't even know really what went on.
Well, I mean, I can tell you for one thing, I was never abused in any way.
Oh, no. That does nothing.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying.
Me neither. I mean, look at us. Who's going to abuse us? No one's attracted to it.
Abuse comes in many colors.
Believe me, I wish someone would have abused me.
No, I'm just saying. I just
paid attention.
And anybody can formulate an opinion on what you just said. I just want to make sure I was not abused.
I'm not talking about abuse.
Right. I understand.
And
you're right.
If anything, my abuse was people ignored me because of the way
that
I
was
looked.
terrible for you.
Right. I wish someone would have touched me inappropriately.
I want to be abused.
So anyway, listen.
Right.
This is a topic for off the air, but the fact of the matter is.
So let's do it on.
Let's do it on. No. What I'm saying
so much
is,
better on.
I appreciate
even this episode with Joe Buck.
Right.
While I believe it was, television for me, anything goes. I'm not uptight. But I have a feeling even this weighs on you more heavily than you even know. Mm-hmm. That this is a lot of attention all of a sudden.
It is.
And there's a lot of pressure in it. Even the way, like, you're trying to convince this sports guy that you were funny.
Mad Dog. You're convincing the Mad Dog.
You're caught
I'm turning into the Mad.
You're caught up in a lot here, and there's a lot going on top of which you're running around the country promoting this book, doing stand-up.
It's a crazy month.
And you just got off heroin. So...
It's nuts.
I'm saying this whole schedule sounds crazy to me. Everything about this sounds crazy.
Right.
Is what I'm saying to you. And, there's got to be time also to just sit down, relax, get in touch with your thoughts.
You're right.
And really focus on yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see that happening here. I see a lot of busyness to keep you busy, to keep you off of the heroin.
Off of Artie.
Yeah. Keep you away from it. Keep you off Artie, keep you off heroin, keep you off whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
There's a lot of running around. There's a lot of energy going on here. And I'm just,
a lot of distractions is what they call it.
And I hope the psychiatrist will sit with you and try and sort of say, hey, Artie, slow down. Learn to say no to a few things.
Well, that's what he said. He goes, because I called him from L.A., and he's like, well, where are you going? Like, I told him my schedule.
Right.
And up until July 1st, it is crazy.
And even with this show, it's like not everything has to happen at once. Like I always say to Artie, this is a long haul. We have another year and a half. Let's slow it down. Let's just take it easy. There's a lot of panic and pressure here going on. And I worry about you. And I've said this to you off the air, and I'll say it to you on the air. You're a friend, a dear friend. You're a good-hearted man. And I hope the audience doesn't forget that. because, you know, a lot of people are saying they hear Artie's anger. They hear his, you know, he's vicious right now. You're a good guy. You're a good-hearted soul, and I know that about you. But I'm hoping and praying that you do take some time for yourself. Sit down. Yeah, okay, so you don't go away and do stand-up for a week, and it's going to cost you money for not doing stand-up, but
who cares?
I'd rather you spend the money. Go to a shrink, and sit there and talk about yourself, even until you're sick of talking about yourself, till you break through, until you get to understand what's going on, and let him understand who you are.
Right.
Because if the theory is that you're insane, good, get medicated. That's easy. That they can fix. If it's not insanity that you're doing this to
Howard
yourself.
makes this all. Not everybody is capable of dealing with the medication either.
That's right.
It's not that easy.
No, what I'm saying is
like
this is complicated. So what I'm saying is, I don't think Artie's insane.
I don't either.
But I'm saying is, go get
if I was insane, Howard, I don't think you'd keep me here. I mean,
you don't know that for sure, Artie. I've seen him hire insane people.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm sitting 2 feet from him every day.
They couldn't keep the job.
Insane people, you know, listen.
Right.
I'm being dramatic for purposes on the air, but the fact of the matter is, we don't know what's going on inside of you, nor do you.
You know what? You're right.
I don't know what's going on inside of me.
That's what's scary.
I'm having somebody diagnose me and help me.
And you know what? And for years, I pushed that away, and now I'm embracing it.
All right, there you go.
And and it's a lot of credit goes to you for that, man, and I appreciate it. You found the guy, and I love the guy.
Well, Artie, as important as all of this is.
Yeah, but the one thing I would like to say is, because I much like Artie, I am fascinated by people who are out of control, you know, because he's always talking about, his hero, Keith Richards and John Belushi, and, every hero he has, Charlie Parker, they're all crazy. And they were literally insane.
That's right.
And I was watching that Hunter S. Thompson thing, or Thomas, whatever his name
Hunter
was.
S. Thompson. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Well, I wasn't watching that. I was watching a documentary about him.
Yeah.
And the man's brilliant, but he's in pain every day of his life. And he's taking these drugs to try to get out of his own head. And eventually, it took a long time, but he eventually killed himself. And it was like, that's what I worry about with Artie, is the darkness.
That's right.
That severe.
Well, that's why it has to be diagnosed.
Well, and you can't
get diagnosed in a day on something like that. So
Hunter S. Thompson, I believe, blew his head off at the age of 60 because that's the exact age Hemingway did. I think he said, Hemingway blew his head off when he was 60, and that's what I'm going to do. Believe me, guys, I promise you, I'm not in that place. I'm not there.
All right.
I'm not
That's
there.
good.
I'm far from it, as a matter of fact. I might be annoying, but I'm happy.
By the way, as important as all of this is, there's something more important to discuss. Everybody is here for the Bang My Dad update.
By the way, I saw these people. This was so funny. I saw them on the street yesterday as I'm driving. The 2 daughters and the father, and he had a smile on his face.
Yeah, we'll find out what happened right after this. Let's take a break. Everybody calm down.
Wow, that was a rough hour, man.
Well, listen, you're the toast of the town. You're the man of the hour.
I don't even care about that shit. I mean, I appreciate the last 10 minutes here, but... I promise you, I'm doing better, and I'm working on everything really hard because I want to be alive forever now.
Yes.
And I got a second chance. A doctor told me I'm lucky to be healthy. I always thought I was going to die from health issues, and he said, no, if you can control your anger and stuff and not destroy yourself, you'll be around for a long time.
You might actually live.
And I want to live for a long time.
Well, that's good news.
All right.
Not to everybody on the Stern Fan Network, but I do want to live for a long time.
Right. The Stern Fan Network wants everyone dead.
It is weird that it's getting this much attention, though. I mean, Joe Buck, if he pretends to be upset about this, I really think it's stupid. But again, I don't want to show any anger.
There was one line in that whole thing, it happened to be the very first line, that maybe Artie would take back or change it, make it a little less...
I wouldn't take it back because it got a reaction. But Scott's right, it was strong. But if you take that line out, I don't think there's that much of a deal right now.
Yeah,
but I mean, look, I said the jizz line during the internet part.
Well, maybe we're desensitized because where we work, but I tell you, we all fucking laughed.
And everyone in the crowd was laughing. Yeah. I mean, did you hear me bomb? I didn't bomb.
No.
Yeah, Ross Greenberg did not return our phone calls.
Of course not. Ross Greenberg, I don't think is operating on a ton of brain power.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Are you excited for the big Vegas trip?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of people going. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Plan on catching some shrapnel there?
I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of people there.
Can I explain something?
What about? Do you think you'll get?
Go ahead, Bench.
No, yeah.
You sure?
You're going to be JD. Will you be? You're going to be at Artie's event, which they're picking the Miss Howard TV.
Me and Ronnie,
right? And aren't you going to be holding a camera?
Well, yeah.
Can't you act like you're in charge? Like, okay, move over.
Well, I mean, it just depends on the situation.
You got to talk to Ganji. Ganji's utilized that stupid camera for years to get laid.
Really? He doesn't seem to be getting laid all that much.
He gets laid. He just doesn't talk about it.
He hits chicks over the head with the camera, and then he fucks her. Listen, Gary is right. At every gig I have JD. When I'm an hour in and I can't speak because I have emphysema, I need some water. So it used to be Teddy, and I'd get the whole place to chant homo. It was great. But now JD comes out, and people love JD. Right. When he comes out, he gets an enormous cheer, and I'm like, I go to the girls, someone fuck him. And I guess maybe it's happened a few times or no times. How's it going with that, bro?
It has not happened at all. Hold on. A couple of times there have been, situations where I've hung out with girls, but nothing came of it.
Some pictures, it looks like you're fucking Teddy in Detroit, St. Louis, Vegas, L.A.,
well,
Pittsburgh.
That's how it is.
Artie, you might have to take it to the next level. You might have to say, "Who's willing to fuck JD? Please come up to the stage."
Well, it might turn into I have to fuck JD.
Well, I mean, because it's a lot of girls that have guys that come to the shows.
Tell me which guys. I know people that can make them disappear.
Well,
they could be on a flight to Detroit and be there in an hour. The guy won't ever be found again.
Well, last time you guys were in Vegas, you helped JD out a lot, Artie. Remember?
Yeah, I paid for it. And there's no shame in that, by the way.
Listen.
See the movie The Hangover. The Hangover will make people think differently about Vegas whores. They can be very sweet.
Yeah, she was so nice and clean and cute.
No, right now Vegas whores get a bad rap.
You going to be hanging with Ronnie?
I don't know. I know we're going to go to the big appearance at the Rickles, whatever.
Oh, I'm going. Here's the schedule. Here's the schedule Saturday, right? And if this doesn't get a guy
hold on. Ronnie's Friday night.
Okay, whatever the fuck it is. Friday night, we're going to Rick's every night, asshole. Okay. Every night there's a party at Rick's. All right. So Friday night's the official Ronnie party at Rick's. Saturday, if we go to sleep, we get up. And in the afternoon, me, Ronnie, and all the guys judge the new Miss Howard TV. They're expecting 200 women by the pool at the Hard Rock. Mm-hmm. We're the judges. And the ones that we like go into something called the Chick Pit. And then we cherry pick from the Chick Pit and pick a new Miss Howard TV. Then that night, I'm doing stand-up at the Joint at the Hard Rock in Vegas. Then we're going to Rick's again, asshole, with all the girls from the Chick Pit. And then don't knock on my door after 6 a.m. How's that fucking sound?
Well, I never knock on your door.
So you got 200.
Good for you. You and Teddy have thinking I died from heroin and a whore.
Anybody else from around here going, JD?
Howard TV.
Which is what? Is Goodstein going?
I believe Goodstein, Ganji.
Oh, yeah, Doug's going.
Ganji, Brian Phelan.
Benji, please come.
I just asked Goodstein. I don't know. I have to check the Greyhound.
I'll pay for your flight. I will.
Nah, but that feels weird. If the show would.
Don't worry about it. I'm making a lot of money for stand-up. I'll pay for your flight.
That's very nice of you. But
you know what's funny? Don't you think it's interesting? And Howard makes this point all the time, but it's true. If there were a shoot this weekend, say at Jeff the Drunk's house, it would be like Joe and Chris and those guys. But it's always Ganji and Doug for the important shit.
And it should be because, it's an event that was created because of me. And Doug and Ganji and all those guys, they're like my family now. I love seeing them. I love Chris and these guys, but I haven't known them as long. I'm happy they're coming. It's not a burden. It's going to be a big party.
It's not about you.
No, I know.
It's about them having to do important work in Vegas.
Well, I want when I'm voting for one of the chicks in the Chick Pit, I want to be in focus.
Artie, Howard suggested that you should bring your new lady along for the trip, which you immediately shot down.
That's the funniest thing Howard's ever said. Listen to me. You ever hear you don't bring sand to the beach?
Yes.
that saying means even more if you're dating the sand. If the sand is your girlfriend, you really don't bring it to the beach. No, it's a guy's weekend. I explained it to her. She's lovely, and she's a classy person, and it's a guy's weekend in Vegas. I'm sure Ronnie, you still have your girl?
Yeah.
No, Ronnie's girl gets it. She's cool. It's a guy's weekend. We're not going to do anything wrong.
Guy stuff like fishing and...
No, I'm going to gamble. I told her. These are my two vices. I can't drink or do any blow or heroin. I'm going to have a cigarette in a private room, and I'm going to play craps and poker and blackjack all night. And that's going to be my vice.
You going to come to my strip club appearance?
I'm going to come to that, but I'll just have a cigarette and stay in the corner with the King James version of the Bible. I'm not going to I'm not going to do anything wrong, and she knows that. I'm just going to have a fun guy's weekend.
Ronnie, you gonna hang with JD at all?
No. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to hang with Artie, but he always says he's going to hang, but I don't.
Dude,
he never shows up.
Dude, that's because I was on heroin before. Heroin people don't show
up. I came in here to
ruin the show?
Yeah, I came in here. I'm going to ruin the show right now because Scott the engineer wants you to...
I'll pay for it.
Pay for him.
He's got it. I want Scott the engineer out there. I want him to have a good time in life. I will pay for... Tell him to book a ticket, get the cheapest coach flight he can find going through Nebraska and London. No, seriously, I want him to book a ticket and give me the receipt. He's coming. You're all fucking coming.
Oh,
this is John Gotti talking. Every mother, not the guys who already have a ticket. I'm not repaying for you jerk-offs. McClure, Benji, Scott the engineer, every one of you fucks is coming to the Artie party in Vegas this weekend, baby.
Hold on, Artie. I smell something here. John, could you go to line 11?
Ralph Sorella, you're on the wrap-up show.
I said guys.
Listen, I'm not trying to get a Artie freebie because
here comes Scott.
Because he just said he said buy a coach ticket. And I don't fly coach.
Hey Ralph, listen. Hey Ralph, but you buy coach bags. Ralph, listen. The $300 I owe you, I'll get you a ticket to Vegas. We'll call it even. How's that sound?
That's okay. I appreciate the offer. I know it's genuine, but
it is. I want you out there. Ralph knows how to pick up chicks, man.
I have to work Friday.
You have a job?
I do.
Oh, you got to do something.
I'm doing a special of the history of Howard Stern with John Hine.
And that broad.
2 o'clock on Friday.
All right.
We could cancel it, though.
You could be on a 4 o'clock plane. You land at 7.
No, wait a minute, Ralph. The all goes down Saturday. With the time change, you could make it. Get on a 7 a.m. flight Saturday. You could be in Vegas by 11 a.m.
He's done it 2 o'clock
here. Offer. I tried to get in on it like weeks ago when you first announced it, and I said to Doug, hey, Doug, Howard has me in judging things all the time. How about you have, Howard TV has me there to do that.
Ralph would be great for that.
Yeah, Doug didn't see the value in it, but he figured he needed to be there. But
listen, I'm serious. Ralph, if you got to work for Howard, that's one thing. But Scott, McClure, and Benji, I'm telling you right now, you got to get your own tickets. Take care of yourself. Get nonstop coach tickets back and forth. And you give me the receipts, and you will get the money.
Scott, are you going to go?
It's an Artie party.
Are you going to go?
What about a room for him?
What about the room?
Not that much of a party.
He's crashing with Ronnie.
Listen, hold on, guys.
We'll get your rooms. We'll get everything. I'm bringing 4,000 gambling degenerates to the joint that night. The money they're going to make's insane. Everything's going to be free.
Private plane.
Yeah,
private
I'm
plane.
not Howard.
As soon as Scott calls home and asks permission, he's going.
No, fuck that.
I'm going home.
I'll give your wife $10,000 to give you permission. We're going.
Everybody heard that, right?
That's a different party like Scott Salem.
Yeah, exactly, Ralph.
Right.
And stay away from me when I'm gambling.
The life of the party.
So you going to go?
I would love to.
You're going.
I thank you for the offer. I have to talk to my partner. I mean,
you're a fag now?
Wait a minute now. He's been bitching about this for weeks. I should be going too. Doug should get me on this trip.
That's right.
Now get out of here.
Now Artie's willing to pay for it. Now he's bitching.
Hold on.
I'll pay for it. Now get out of here before Opie and Anthony walk in.
Hold on. Scott, why do you think that you should? Why were you saying that you should be on this trip before Artie offered? What's the reason?
I didn't say I should be on the trip.
What did he say, Ronnie?
Doug.
Ronnie, what did he say?
You're here. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, jerk off.
Whatever.
He did. Scott wanted in from day one, but
under what's the premise?
Just because it's time to.
You mean as a judge, or
he wants to just go to Vegas.
He didn't say he needed to be there because of some audio.
No, if there's an audio mix, but that's being done by the house by the hardware.
Yeah, that'll be good. Scott's a great engineer. I want him there.
Yeah.
And fuck working. You're there for free on me.
Scott wanted to go there and ruin the audio.
Get advice from Hitler.
Okay,
Doug,
I'll be there.
Doug, how did
he'll be there.
Get permission from your wife, Mussolini.
Doug,
you getting flights over there?
Doug, how did Scott approach you? Did he casually hint, or did he say,
"Hey, motherfucker"?
It was as subtle as, "I heard you going to Vegas. Can I go?"
Right. I said, "Do you need anybody to work?" I didn't say
it's an Artie party at the Hard Rock. Every one of you is just coming. Gary, I swear, I want you to come. Get that thing out of your cock and come.
That thing's out. I got my kid's birthday party on Friday.
Make the stuff come out of your cock that should.
A rock?
Doug,
semen?
Doug, did anybody...
Semen, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
JD, is there a chance that you could come back on Monday having not gotten laid?
Oh, there's always a chance of that, sure.
And if you don't get laid, lie about it.
Okay.
John Hine, you're coming. The wife and kids, kids will be fine with the out. You got $20 million for that website. Give them half of it right now, and just fucking come to Vegas.
I appreciate the invite, Ralphie. So, what are you going to do? You leave it? You're not going to be doing the show with me on Friday and heading out to Vegas, or what?
No, I am the consummate professional. I'll be working on Friday.
Yeah, but Friday, what time you done?
3 o'clock. Then we and Jason are going to go see Star Trek on IMAX.
Ralph, listen.
My day is booked.
Listen, Ralph, you're giving me a headache. If I would fly Jason out, but I can't afford 4 seats. It's great to be able to do fat jokes about other people now. But Ralph, please, I love Ralph, and when he's around hot chicks, he knows how to talk to them. Jason can block all the ugly guys just standing in front of us.
Artie, thanks. I'll think about it. I know it's genuine.
All right, think about it. Just if you're gonna do it, just book it and give me the receipt when you get there.
Artie gets a receipt from me for $2,000.
Listen, I'll pay it because I'm winning, man.
Yeah,
I'm winning money
say,
too.
Artie.
I'm winning money. I feel hot. I'm doubling what I make doing stand-up. I'm so crazy right now. I'm out of my mind.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, everybody talked about how they think I have a drinking problem and how I should limit myself to about 2 drinks a night, which I personally don't think that's going to happen. You know, I'm not a 2-drink type of guy. You know, I got a big belly. I got to feed that beast. So check it out.
Richard has said before, or at least acknowledged, that he's got a problem and he's an alcoholic, but it's a problem he can handle and he has control over.
Well, everybody who's got a problem thinks it's a problem they can handle. You know, when it comes to that, it's very difficult. Most people, it's very difficult for them to say, I have a drinking problem, because if they did, they would stop drinking. Richard admits he has a drinking problem and then continues to drink.
I don't think Richard's ever going to stop drinking. I mean, he thinks he's a social drinker.
I think he's lying when he says he sees it as a problem. I think he's placating us. I don't think he sees it as an issue.
Oh, you think he doesn't think he has a problem? You think he doesn't think he has a problem.
Right,
he's just saying it to shut everybody up here.
Yeah, because if you have a problem, wouldn't you address it?
Not necessarily, but if you feel like, yeah, I got a problem, but I'm on top of it, I have some control over it. I mean, that's always been Richard's attitude ever since this came up. He loves to drink. Sometimes he goes a little over the line, and he knows it, but he feels like he can keep it in check. Richard, we're talking about you behind your back, and now you're here.
We get to talk about something we've never talked about on the wrap-up show before, my drinking and my gayness.
Hey, it came up on today's show, which means we talk about it on the wrap-up show.
Why don't we talk about my heroin a little more, you ass licker? Write another fucking song parody about my weight and heroin, you dickwad.
And Artie clearly feeling better right now and good enough to give you advice, and heartfelt advice, I thought, about addressing what he thinks is a problem in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it's a problem?
I appreciate it. Yeah, well...
Listen, I love Richard. Speak, and then I'll talk again.
It definitely... They make it sound like a problem on the air. I haven't had a problem with them because I'm just out having fun. To me, what it boils down to is fun equals drinking. Drinking equals fun. I'm having fun out there. I'm just doing my thing. Life is short. I want to have fun.
And you don't think your behavior changes at all when you're really shit-faced?
Well, I mean, I haven't gone to jail because of it yet, knock on wood.
I'm not saying it's criminal.
That's your gauge.
I just, I get happy when I drink. I'm not an angry drunk, and it doesn't seem to cause problems. I mean, being in a wheelchair at Tampa Airport wasn't a problem for anybody.
Was it embarrassing to you?
No, not really. I mean, you're looking at a guy who, streaks where he works and gets naked. Nothing embarrasses me, really.
No, but in a way, it is causing trouble because now it's an issue at work. Howard isn't being joking when he's saying this. He's worried about you, and that's your boss worried about you. You're getting drunk at your boss's engagement party. People are talking about it more. Physically, your appearance is changing. You're getting red in the face. You're starting to look like Dom DeLuise if you stayed in the tanning salon too long. You're changing for the worse because of drinking.
But
people are noticing that.
Hold on a second. Let me play devil's advocate for a second, just so we can have both sides. Richard, have you ever missed a day of work because of drinking?
No.
Have you ever missed a gig because of drinking?
No.
Have you been arrested because of drinking?
No.
So, aside from when you drink on the weekends, does it affect your job or life at all?
Not at all.
Does your girlfriend not want to be with you because you drink too much?
No.
So he can play that in. I understand what Artie's saying, but now Richard will play that in.
But Garrett, okay, he hasn't missed a day of work, but it is affecting his work in some way. It's a subject at work, and millions of people are hearing about it, and it could affect him getting other work. His girlfriend is a wonderful person, but who knows? I don't know this for sure. Maybe she drinks a little too much, too. I don't know, and maybe you're enabling each other. That's something. You two are a sweet couple, but maybe you got to look at that and maybe live a little healthier. I sound like a preacher because I'm an asshole. I've done every wrong thing in the world, and it did fuck up my life. And because I worked for a great man, he didn't fire me, and I'm still alive. And who knows? I may relapse. I could sound like a hypocrite. That happens, but I know that being wheeled in a wheelchair in an airport, that affects your life. People know about it. But it makes people look differently upon you, and those people, their decisions could affect your life.
So what makes you look at Richard more differently? Getting wheeled in a wheelchair in Tampa or licking Sal's taint? And I'm being totally serious when I say that.
One he did sober, so fine, and one he did because he was drunk. If he was drunk when he licked Sal's taint, that's why. Okay, he's just a crazy, fun guy, and he did that for the show. But he got drunk and got wheeled in a wheelchair. That's a drinking problem. That's an alcoholic. You're an alcoholic. And you got to admit that to yourself. It doesn't mean you have to stop drinking. A lot of alcoholics just say, fuck you, I'm going to keep drinking. And you're from Kansas. You're a man's man. I get it. I hate when people tell me what to do. But, dude, you're an alcoholic. And I love you, and I love you to death. You're funny. You're talented. You write music, which is something I'm envious of. Thanks, but, Keith Richards did, too. And he was a heroin addict. It doesn't help your life. And that's all Howard's saying. Howard's being serious when he's saying that. And I know it sounds funny coming from me, but maybe a guy who's been there is the one who can help you more.
Yeah, I just love it because I've never heard Richard referred to as a man's man.
No, he is. Because look, his father's a man's man. Richard grew up in Kansas. He didn't grow up like fucking Paris Hilton. You know what I mean? He knows how to work. He baled hay. He probably sucked cock for money. I don't know if that's true, but I'm just saying. That's a day's work. Sucking cock is a day's work, man. That's you come home and you got to really shower.
A man's man leaves those messages for Will, and a man's man wants to see Brian Phelan naked on the show.
You don't want anybody to think you're gay, but when you were drunk, it affected your life because you left the homoist message on Will's fucking answering machine.
And I've given into that. I don't mind if people think I'm gay because I'm not gay, and I know
good because you are.
So
hey, Richard,
if people think it, I'm fine with it.
When you left that message,
everyone thinks it.
When you left that message, did you know you were leaving that message? Do you have no recollection of leaving that message?
I totally remember leaving that message. I was just messing around. I was. I call, drunk people they drunk dial and call people and have a little fun.
And say, hey, dude, let's go to the game tomorrow. Let's gamble. Not, hey, I want to suck your cock and your ass is hot, Will.
Well, in all fairness to Richard, even when he's not drinking, he thinks the gay stuff is funny, which was proven today when he said, I have a great idea for the show. Let's get Brian Phelan
that
naked.
came out of left field. By the way, let's get Phelan in here naked.
And you're a bear. You use the word that gay guys use seriously. You said he's a bear.
He is.
Well, I don't even know what to say right now.
I lost you on, I thought he was doing a comedy bit. I lost you on But look at him. He's so cuddly.
He is. I mean, I'll walk by Brian in the hall and I'll just give him a big hug, and not as a gay thing. It feels good. It's like you're hugging a big beanbag or something. There's just something that feels good about wrapping your arms around something that's big and soft and cuddly.
And rubbing your soft on against his leg.
And I got news for you, dude. When people say when they hug me, it feels the same way. And if you hug me in the hall, I'm dropping you.
I'm not. I know better already.
Okay, good.
Well, Howard gave Richard some advice at the end of the time you were in there, and hit it, Teddy. I want to know if you're going to take this to heart.
You worry about you with the champagne and all the alcohol. Limit yourself to 2 glasses.
Oh, forget it, Howard.
That's Robin.
No fun.
That's ridiculous.
This is what's going to prove to him he's an alcoholic. You're not allowed to have more than 2 drinks a day. On a given day. And you can't wait.
On Saturday, he can save them all up and
That's what I was going to say. If I don't drink during the week.
No more than 2 drinks a day.
2 drinks a day?
That's tough.
And you can't save them up. You can't wait till Sunday and have 14.
Yeah, because if I don't drink during the week, I get 10 drinks on Saturday.
Why is that so tough? I mean, you're a fun-loving guy. You need to drink to have a good time?
It definitely helps. Like, try going to a bar and not drinking. It's just boring.
I do every weekend when I do stand-up. And you know what?
I commend you for it. It's hard.
It takes willpower. It takes willpower.
But I think he's saying you have to do that because it's all or nothing. And Richard's saying in his mind, I've got it under control, but does he?
Under control? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have it under control.
Well,
that's where you're fooling yourself.
I know. Okay.
And look, 2 drinks a day and 3 cocks. Can you do that?
Hey, what's up? This is Will, and on Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about how everyone in the studio took off their shirt to show off their amazing bodies. A couple people called me in, but I wasn't going in there. I couldn't compete with, Jason, Benji, and Artie for best bod, so I'm out.
There was a moment when everyone's shirt was off in the studio. How did that happen, and what was going on there?
Almost everyone's shirt. What happened was if you were in the studio, you got caught up in that. Well, first of all, that caller called. What's the guy's name, Will?
Johnny Boy.
John Boy.
Is John Boy gay? Or was he just being goofy?
Which was all weird. He wasn't even being goofy, though. I didn't understand what
he was
his
almost
angle
acting
was.
gay today, but I mean, he got something going. So I know he wanted to see Howard, and then everybody started taking their shirts off. Then they called in Richard, and Richard will do anything. And then Sal came in, and then Artie did it, which listen, he did it when he was a lot heavier, so I can understand that. But they kept calling for Will, and Will was pretending like he didn't hear. They kept calling for me. I was pretending like they didn't hear, and then at one point they even called. I threw Tim under the bus to try to get out from under it because I just didn't want to deal with it. But Jason took his shirt off. And Benji, of course, too. But Benji's part nudist.
And Robin declared Fred looking the best with everybody's shirts off.
And I disagree with that. Like, Fred has the overall like a great physique. It's very masculine. Howard has an incredible chest. If you look at it.
So your vote would have been for Howard.
If you listen individually on the chest alone, his chest beat anyone in there. Overall physique and shape, it's Fred.
Yeah,
Fred has a great masculine shape.
Didn't look that hard.
And Gary, was there any way you were going to go in?
I mean, I don't need to be in there. I don't need affirmation that I'm fucking fat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to see it.
You thought that's what was going to happen?
Oh, no. And I, for one, am one of those people. I haven't worked out in so long. Like, I'm one of those ones when I take my shirt off, it's not like, oh, Gary doesn't look so. Gary looks fatter than he is. I'm as fat as I look.
Well, didn't Howard say that whoever wasn't willing to do it clearly has some kind of problem, or I think
hang up?
Yes,
I got a hang up.
Hang up.
I totally have a hang up. I don't want to look fat.
I mean, what about you? Often requested Will Murray.
I don't know. I just didn't want to deal with it. Everyone was like taking their shirts off, and I don't need to go in there and be judged by people. It's just whatever. It wasn't like it was gay or whatever. I just didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah, but see, I don't understand you. You're like the girl with big tits who won't be in the wet T-shirt contest. You're at least in good shape.
Yeah, do you feel you have a good body?
I think it's okay.
Are you comfortable in your own skin?
Yes, I'm comfortable in my own skin, but
do you think like people would have said, "Well, wow, it looks great"?
I think they'd be like, "Oh, he looks all right. Yeah, whatever." I don't think it look bad or anything. I don't know. I think you got the pictures are all over the internet of you with your shirt off everywhere.
Horrible,
I don't need that horse shit.
We'll just want some thinking about what it could look like versus actually seeing.
Exactly. I'm sure in their imagination it's much better.
Keep
Richards.
Keep the mystery alive. It certainly isn't Richards. Okay, who looked the worst in there?
Well, Jason. I mean, always. Well, see, again, Artie looked so much better than he did 6 months ago that you can't say Artie looked bad. And quite honestly, Jason's got 40 pounds on Artie now, maybe 50. And and then the hair thing is just it's a riot.
That's what's great about being horribly, horribly obese. As soon as you lose like 20 pounds, you're still obese, but people are like, wow, you're really getting better there.
Like, Benji, what are you weighing in at, say, today, around?
208.
Really?
Naked in the morning. Yeah, I did it.
And what were you 6 months ago?
About, I don't know exactly, about 40 pounds more.
All right, so that's good.
Have you ever cracked 200?
Yeah, definitely.
Fourth
one of our
grade.
weight loss contests. The lowest I was in a weight loss contest was about 195. Not this current one, but the one we did before. And I'm going when I get to 170 now, I'm gonna do a Beth Ostrowski makeover.
Nice.
Congratulations.
We only have a year and a half left.
If she's into it, if she's up.
Will, you agree? You think Jason was the?
I mean, there
one
was a
not to
couple
look at?
big boys in there with their issues. Like Benji kind of had some like side titty going.
You know,
on.
you guys always say that. I'm trying to
Artie
make my
has
lats.
like just horrific stretch marks the entire way around his stomach, and Jason's just an overall mess.
What's with the rash on Richard that everyone was talking about? Like
he had he had like chicker bites on his titties.
I mean, he doesn't shower for weeks. Is it really?
Is that
much of a
really true?
surprise?
I mean, is that really, really true? Does he really not shower for more than a week at a time?
Yeah, I would say a week stretch would be not out of the question.
That would explain, your body just gets oily and gross and everything. It's sweaty.
I thought Jason is so odd looking. It doesn't look gross. It looks almost like some sort of animal
It's
or something.
fascinating.
It is. It looks like one of those like a Coney Island sideshow, it's a Weevil Boy or something like that.
You mean he's deformed in some
No, he
way?
looks like he's part animal, like when he takes his shirt off.
He really is very hairy. I mean, and he's very uptight about it, and he's joked about it, how the Korean woman wanted to charge him double, but he really is a very hairy dude.
Well, if he's uptight about it, why is he taking off his shirt when he's in there?
Because he'll do anything for Howard.
Howard ordered
he really
him
will.
to.
He loves Howard.
He's very parish. I think that's what his issue is. It's not like a big guy that's like a fat guy. Sometimes they have a bigger upper body. He's kind of like a little slender up top, and then it gets bigger as you get down in the gut area.
Again, not to get too gay, but even like with Artie, Artie does have the stretch marks and stuff, but you could see Artie's got the physique of a guy who was in shape who got out of shape, as opposed to a guy who was never in shape.
Right.
Jason's like a giant. I don't know what they're called, like those things, but he's even more expanded, like a triangle. Those things you punch, but they keep bouncing back up.
Thursday's wrap-up show was all about a legendary record holder who's taken 2,700 loads to her face. Yes, I'm talking about Sabrina Deep, the Bukakei Queen, and we're all fascinated by why she's doing it, her husband Fabio who showed up, and God knows we love to talk about stuff like that. And here's how the discussion went.
The big guest today was the Bukakei Queen and her husband Fabio. And Gary, you never know what you're going to get when the Bukakei Queen shows up.
Yeah, I looked at the website yesterday. She looked okay. I was looking at the notes. I was like, 2,700 loads on the face, the whole deal. But, you never know what somebody's personality is going to be. That's where we trust Will. Will said she'd be pretty good. So she came on. She was willing to talk about everything. But she started to talk about her husband, Fabio, and the weird rules that they have. And Ronnie walks over to me. He goes, Fabio's in the green room. So I said, Will, put up a note. Fabio's here. And Howard brings him in, and he was exactly what you expect Fabio to be.
How would you describe Fabio?
Italian-looking, middle 30s, sort of shell-shock looking. And he was wearing a weird thing. He had a T-shirt tied around the front of his pants. It looked like he was wearing a skirt, but it was just a T-shirt. But mild-mannered, quiet, that sort of thing. Not who I expected to be the husband of a porn star.
Right. Did you have any indication that he enjoyed pissing on his wife?
Well, I mean, the indication was that he's married to her. You figure. I'm only guessing, but if she does that in her porn life, I think that some of that spills over to real life. Even though porn stars say it doesn't, I think it starts to get blurry. So I would assume that she likes a guy who is into some interesting stuff.
Well, he mentioned that he is very much aware of what she does and what she did, and he'd rather know what his wife's doing than not know what his wife is doing.
I mean, listen, you can rationalize anything. His great line was, he turns around to Howard and he goes, listen, I know where my wife is all day. He goes, you don't know where your wife is. You don't know how many loads she's getting on her face. As if all women get loads on their face.
Now, did Sabrina pronounce Bukakei? That's what Steve Brandano told me. Is that the correct pronunciation?
I heard
a traditional pronunciation.
I heard her favorite baseball player is Carlos Beltran.
And is 2,700 loads to the face, is that a record as far as you know, Will?
Oh, definitely. 2,700 different men. I think JD is like 2,500, so he's just under.
And where do you think the office is that keeps those records?
Yeah, right. There was an actual guy. Remember, we had it was like sexualworldrecords.com, I think, is a website, and he would come bring all these girls in that were trying to break these most heinous records.
Now, do you think she enjoys it at this point, or
Yeah,
is it just
I couldn't come
going
up
to
with
work?
I think she believes she enjoys it.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with a better explanation of why. I mean, she didn't seem that damaged. Obviously, there's something going on there, but it wasn't like she was like horribly molested as a kid or she was a prostitute for a while. It just seemed like she liked the attention that she gets from it.
Now, did you guys know that Bukakei was a form of Japanese punishment, as she described?
I knew it was Japanese, because that's where we first found out about it. We used to get, in the late 80s and early 90s, we used to get these bizarre Japanese porn movies that we were fascinated with. Like, one of them was one of our favorite ones. It wasn't like we liked the actual act itself, but it was funny watching this woman's walking on the beach, and suddenly, like 50 Japanese guys, surround her. And then all of a sudden, like 10 Japanese guys are carrying a giant toilet, almost like a throne, and they bring it onto the beach, and then they sit down and they all yell at her to shit into the toilet. So we've always been interested in what goes. We know that like Japan has wacky shit going on. They're a very repressed society, those Japanese.
Now, Sabrina was literally up for anything, and Teddy hit number one. At one point, Howard asked, "Is there anything that you wouldn't do?"
What won't you do? If you were allowed,
what won't I do? Okay.
Yeah. I think you're pretty much into.
Let's start with what you won't let anybody kill her yet.
Would you ever put your own fist up your own? Would you ever put your own fist up your own backside?
I've done that.
You have done that.
Yeah, I just started doing that. Actually, I was really surprised that it went up.
You pushed your whole fist.
Do that.
You're an amazing girl.
So clearly, and she later described how it compared to other things being in her ass, but to stick your fist up your own ass, that's a talent.
Well, Will had mentioned that he found out in the pre-interview that she could stick her fist up her backside and in her private parts, like one fist in one place, one fist in the other place. I actually wanted to see that. Call me kooky. It didn't turn me on, but that's almost like going to the circus. Like, you go, they tell you the man with two heads, and you go, that's not possible. They pull the curtain. Like, I wanted to see it that way.
What did you think of Sabrina, I guess, in Fabio's rules, where they drew the line? No kissing?
It is interesting that that there's. You think that in this world there's no rules, and then you find out they have rules. I like the finger rule, not because of what it meant, but just because of the hygiene aspect of it. Meaning, there's rules. There's a rule for the rule. There's no fingering, but if you do follow the rule of cutting your nails correctly and hygienically washing them, then a finger's okay.
Now, you guys book a ton of guests for this show. Did you think they had any chance of getting on Ellen or Regis on this trip in this time?
They barely had a chance of getting on here.
You got to love how naive they were about that.
Well, see, that's what I loved about her as a guest. She totally knew that she'd never get on those shows, but she found it sweet that Fabio wanted her to get on those shows, was going to make those calls. Did they say that they actually made a call? Did Fabio make the call to anyone?
Email. Yeah. They sent emails, right?
Yep.
They probably thought, like, Regis people probably thought it was like one of those disgusting spams. They're probably having their computer scrubbed right now.
Well, did you know about the UFO sighting?
Yes, she went into great detail about how she saw this UFO and it actually chased her down the country road for a while, and she had a whole thing. I mean, she seemed to know how bizarre it sounded, but she definitely believed it.
That was another great moment. Howard goes, well, where'd you see this UFO? And she goes, well, it was a rural road in Canada. And I'm going, of course it was.
Now let's talk about that Sibian ride. What were you wearing two masks for that?
Well, as I'm running in the door, Will goes, put your mask on. She's a squirter. So
just trying to warn him.
Which I thought was really nice of you, Will.
Of course.
So I went for the mask that gave me the best coverage. And then she said, she even sort of referenced it. It was a lot of talking going on at once, and the microphones weren't all where they were supposed to be. But she did say, oh, do you have the mask on? Because I am a squirter. And I don't know if that got on mic or not. So luckily she didn't do that. But yeah, I'm always aware of that now. Fool me once.
And what did you think of the ride?
I thought the ride was one of the most amusing rides I've ever seen. I mean, I don't know how real it was. Again, not to get so graphic, but, sometimes these women sit on the Sibian and sometimes they ride the Sibian. She was riding the Sibian. She was like really like rubbing up against it, moving back and forth. But from an audible point of view, it was one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my fucking life.
And at the end, why did Fabio tell Howard to back off? What happened during that?
I didn't see.
We were trying to figure it out. I mean, his mood definitely changed after the Sibian ride. He got more defensive and was like, all right, stay away from my girl type attitude.
Yeah, I almost felt like it was my fault, like she busted a nut while I was turning the knob, but I didn't have anything to do with it. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I turned it up full tilt about 20 seconds in, just sort of put it down.
Just floored it?
I floored exactly. I was doing donuts in the parking lot.
And it didn't break any of the rules. I mean, they were clear about the rules early on. So,
But I wonder if he's ever seen, like, say she really did, like, you know, I don't know, what do you call it, bust a nut, blow it, whatever. Say she came. You know, I wonder if he's ever been that close and seen it, even though it's not under the guy. It must be weird to see it when he's not in charge of it in front of a room full of guys.
I guess so. He was upset. Chris in New York, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you?
Good, Chris. How you doing?
You know what you were just talking about? It's funny because that's what I was thinking. He put up his hand at Howard because maybe he's feeling a little jealous of the Sibian. I mean, maybe that was authentic, that she was really getting off on it. I mean, I think it was definitely one of the better sounding Sibian rides that you guys have had on the show.
You should have seen it.
Looked like an exorcism.
Right, it was pretty wild.
The one thing I'll have to say, like Will and I have a lot of indicators, which I didn't see on her, which is, you know, the shaky arms and the quivering lip and stuff like that. But when she stood up, she was wobbly.
And she was teary-eyed, too. Like, she had been crying, I think, a little bit.
The Sibian fucked her so hard she cried?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back.
I'm thrilled to be back.
How you doing?
I have lots of plugs, so I'm doing fine.
What are you going to be talking about today?
I forgot you have food. I would have spent money. Oh, look at it. Well, not bad.
It's been gotten to. So what are you going to be talking about today?
Jay, where are we going?
Right here.
I'm going to be talking about Melissa trying to adopt a child.
Really?
Yeah.
And what about winning Celebrity Apprentice?
Oh, we could discuss that. But I'm not going to say anything bad. Howard's going to win.
You're not going to... No stories for Howard?
Oh, sure, stories. But not about Donald Trump. I'm not stupid.
No, of course not.
Yeah, no. But, glad to talk about people.
All right, John.
Okay, good to talk to you.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Joan Rivers is here. She's performing stand-up this Thursday night at the Gramercy Theater in Manhattan. I can't wait to talk to Joan. Joan Rivers, of course, has been around the block. I'll ask her about the death of Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
Among other things.
And how she killed him.
That's right. I didn't know she killed him. That's interesting.
Well,
fact.
this is an interesting alibi. She's here.
Right.
Right.
And
Okay.
he died out there.
Well, there's, you could hire somebody.
Anyway, Joan Rivers also was just on the Celebrity Apprentice, which I have to ask her about.
Didn't she win?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I got to ask her. I didn't even watch it, but I know she called a professional poker player a Nazi.
Hello.
And worse than... Oh, what are you eating? Boy, you almost fell over.
Oh, man. Beware of Jews bearing gifts.
What do you got, a baby?
You're carrying a baby? Did you have a baby?
Yes,
It looks like you're holding a baby.
I had a baby. It's so wonderful. I'm so proud.
What do you think of these women who are of advanced age and they go to these
60
doctors,
years
60
old.
years old, and they have babies? It's crazy, right?
That's advanced to you. To me, that's a kid.
Right, you wish. What are you holding there? Because it's making a lot of noise.
I know.
Joe.
I'll get rid of it. I hate when people, you're going to Howard Stern. Give me gifts.
Who said that?
Somebody but it's from God's Love We Deliver, so, which is my charity.
I give to them.
He can afford food, John.
Yeah.
I know,
Don't
but-
bring me food. In fact, I contribute to God's love we deliver.
That's what, I think it's an apron or something.
Can I tell you something? I always go crazy if they send out a letter to me or send a gift. Give it to the people who need it.
Thank you. I used to be head of cystic fibrosis, and they would send me 69 roses, and I'd say, you know what that costs?
You're right.
Send it, keep it for the
Can I tell you what I thought that was going to be when you were carrying it? I
Yeah.
thought it was Ed McMahon's head.
is he dead?
He died, Ed McMahon.
He died this
Yes.
morning.
Did he leave me anything?
I don't think he left himself
I don't think
anything.
they cracked open the will just yet.
He left you the Tonight Show. They need you back.
How do you feel?
God bless you, my darling.
How do you feel about the death of Ed McMahon? I want you to think
Truly?
about this. Yeah, truly.
Truly, he was the only one when Johnny Carson was a shit.
Right.
And wasn't talking to me and putting out all these lies, that he came over to me once in the Beverly Hills Hotel and said hello. He was a lovely man.
I was reminding people of your
Lovely
history
man.
with the Tonight Show because a lot of people don't understand who you really are.
Yeah, well.
You were the greatest. You filled in. Let's remind people why you are the greatest. You used to go on the. No, listen to me. What do you mean? Why are you waving me
You know
off?
this is all
cares?
written, and you planned for him to say this.
You love when I say this. No, this is. I'm trying to refresh your own memory. I know you're a little Oiva
Well, this age.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
You're Goya Shakub.
You understand Oiva Boodle?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So listen to me. Now you're sharp as a tack, but listen to me. The reason I'm bringing up this old history. You were a guest on the Tonight Show. You were so good. Johnny put you on as a guest host.
Right.
When you started to guest host, your ratings were higher than Johnny's.
Right.
And so they said to you, you're now the permanent guest host. You would have replaced Johnny Carson, but you moved to Fox.
Because they had a letter out saying, here are the 10 people that can replace Johnny. And it was all men. I wasn't on it. And a friend of mine slipped it to me from NBC. So I left to go to Fox.
So you're saying after all that went down and Johnny badmouthed you and everyone was mean to you, you are saying that Ed McMahon was man enough to come up to you somewhere and say, you know what, Joan, I don't feel this way about you.
Yeah,
but please don't tell Johnny.
And that truly, to do that in public, Johnny was very vindictive. He was not this warm, fuzzy guy. He was a mean, tough killer. That's why he got what he got.
Was Ed McMahon good? Was he a talented man?
I think in what he did, he was brilliant.
Right. In other words,
he set the form for that, which is, look at these sycophants you have here. You know what I mean? These guys, they know how to kiss your
Don't
ass.
talk to Howard that way.
But you, in other words,
How
what you're
dare
saying
you.
is like Stuttering John, who used to work here, has now become the announcer on The Tonight Show. He had aspirations to be the Ed McMahon. You're saying it might not be as easy as it looks.
Oh, it's not. You know, you got to know when to laugh, when to shut up, when to move over, when not to talk. Oh, it's not. Yeah, and you got to always be second fiddle and know you're second fiddle.
Right, and be satisfied with that. Shouldn't Ed have spoken out about you publicly rather than do it in a supermarket?
He couldn't. He would have lost his job.
He would have lost his job. Do you believe that Ed was worth $80 million? At one point, I remember reading that before all the wives and all that other stuff.
Well,
you know, we all
wives
know.
in between there.
So let's make it 40 million. You know,
Okay,
we all
right.
know already.
It's a little high.
Yeah. But he also married one ass after, one little piece of ass after the next.
He liked hot chicks.
He liked hot chicks.
He was trying to keep up with Johnny in that way.
Yeah, well,
And
but
he
then
did.
he should have beaten them up.
Did Ed ever try to... Right, that's right.
Ooh, I forgot
Did
about
Ed
that.
ever try to come on to you, to put his finger inside of you? Or if I may be
Even my
graphic?
own husband didn't come on to me.
Yeah.
I am the only one.
No,
The
you had
thinnest
your
book-
you had your slew of suitors.
I had a few I had
Whatever.
one now that just dumped me.
Yeah, I heard you got dumped
What?
again.
Got dumped again last Sunday.
And how old was the guy?
75.
Can you believe 70? I mean, you
His
look
nurse had to
good.
dump me.
I showed you a picture.
75-year-olds are dumping you?
I just showed you a picture on David Letterman, and even David Letterman said, boy, she looks good. I showed a picture from my wedding.
Yeah. I didn't see that. See, nobody does any nice things.
Well, of course not. Why would they tell you
I
that?
just want to do a sidebar. If you had said, here's Joan Rivers, doesn't she look like a pig? I would have had 9 phone calls the next day saying, Howard Stern showed your picture and said you look like a pig.
No, even Dave said you look good.
Oh, well, Dave, he's got cataract.
And the
look
fact,
at you talking.
and the fact of the he still doesn't have you on, does he, Letterman?
Never.
Unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
Why won't Letterman have you on? You're so good. You were great on this Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah, thank God.
You
And
were-
you won, right?
I won.
Yeah, you're the
I won.
victor.
And ask me what I got.
What did you get?
Nothing.
Nothing, because it goes to charity. Great. That's just what you need. Nothing.
Nothing.
Are you in financial trouble yourself? Are you?
Sort of.
You are. And I'll get
Yeah.
back to this guy who
Again?
dumped you. Yeah. What is going on now?
I wish I could say Bernie Madoff, but
You don't even have that luck.
Ruth.
Ruth
Madoff.
Oh, Ruth, you went with Ruth. No, Joan, explain to me. You came out of
You should've.
bankruptcy. You worked very hard to get back to where you were.
I live very high, Howard. I have
know.
a great life, and I live very high.
What is high? I mean, okay,
High
clothes
is-
you wear.
I spent my apartment is gorgeous.
This outfit you're wearing is spectacular.
It's
This
a great
leather jacket.
outfit.
That's
You
expensive.
own that apartment, though. You're not renting.
I own it, but the maintenance is so high. There's only
Yeah.
8 of us in the whole building.
You're
So-
selling your apartment now.
Theoretically,
You're
like
asking $25 million.
$25 million. It's not worth it.
Beautiful
It's
apartment.
not worth $25
I
million.
am looking for a foreigner that doesn't understand that.
I've been to your apartment. It's quite beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's not worth $25 million, but I think
What do you
somewhere
think
there's
it's
a Russian.
What do you think it's realistically worth?
I don't know. I don't know. But I do know there is a rich Russian out there somewhere that is going to go da.
Why are you selling? You are the quintessential New Yorker. Are you looking to move to Los Angeles to be near your daughter?
I want to do half and Melissa actually said to me, which I found, wait till you, with your daughters. I was out there doing the play last year, and she said, it is so wonderful to have you in the same city.
Right.
Finally,
it respects you.
Isn't that funny? It is so wonderful. It's wonderful for Cooper. So I said, you know what I'll do? I'll get a smaller place in New York. I'm a New Yorker.
Right.
So I'll get like a beautiful, real apartment. you
Right.
know. And because this apartment's a fantasy.
Right. This is a home.
Yeah, and a big, it's 3 floors and blah, blah, blah. And I'll get a small house in L.A.
Right.
And be able to be. I flew out there to do Passover for Cooper to remind him that he's Jewish.
So are you? Yeah, that's a good idea. Did you sell? I mean, is the idea that you're overextended, and if you
I'm
could get
overextended. I think I have a house in Connecticut. I have foreign help up there.
Wow.
They're there now, even though you're not.
Doing
nothing.
Doing nothing.
What are they doing in Connecticut? You're not even there.
Well, I thought I was going to be more.
You claim that you want to teach Cooper that he's Jewish.
To a point.
Yeah, I mean,
how is he going to figure this whole thing out?
Didn't he make anti-Semitic remarks to you, and that's when you decided to start teaching him about his Judaism?
Well, he called me a big fat Jew, Jew pig. So I said,
we might have to teach
I'm not big.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unbelievable. No, he told you lived in Hymietown, didn't he?
What are you doing in Hymietown?
All right, get back to this for a second. I'm going to get to your finances in a minute because I want to understand how you went horribly wrong.
I also want to talk about Melissa's adopting another child, we think.
You're kidding? From Malawi?
No, because we're so jealous of Angelina. With all suddenly, like, she's the big mother image.
You're going to get a black grandchild?
We're going to get a child from Australia, we think, from a click tribe.
No kidding, a pygmy.
So, its name is...
A pygmy?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We said it's a...
You must be having a riot with this one.
Yeah, well, every time it talks, the garage door's open.
Why does she want another kid? What is that about?
This is a joke, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's a joke that it's a pygmy.
Will you accept the adopted grandchild, or will you?
Not at all.
I thought so. You're very judgmental.
No, I think it's great. It can work for me.
But haven't you always said looks are the most important thing in the world?
Totally. So I don't want an ugly grandchild.
That's what I'm saying.
These children can be beautiful.
Yeah, show me one beautiful pygmy name.
No, but you're right. You're never going to know if the child's going to be beautiful.
It's a supermodel.
That's right. You don't
even
know.
If it says to me, I want plastic surgery, how do you know what it's saying?
Let me ask you something, Joan. You say you got dumped by a 75-year-old man. Is that an incredible blow to your ego? I mean,
Yes.
It has to be.
At this age, how can you dump me?
What goes on? What do you do to these men?
Very little.
How did he dump you, and how
I
did he
think
tell
when
you?
I was faking orgasm, I did it in the bad ear.
Where did you meet
We
this guy?
couldn't hear it.
Where did you meet this guy?
I was introduced to a friend, and we had 2 amazing dinners.
Right.
Amazing.
What makes an amazing dinner? I mean,
Just you click, and even at this age, it's all just
chemistry.
Right, and chemistry, and talking.
would you kiss at your advanced age and stuff?
Well, if the nurses could stand us up.
Do you have a full-time nurse now?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
You really do? You're not joking? You're not kidding?
She gave you up on managers. Just get her a nurse.
Yeah, that's right.
Where does
A
your nurse stay?
full-time nurse.
Is your nurse always in the
She
apartment?
sleeps at the foot of my bed.
No, come on. I heard you have a full-time
No,
nurse.
I would have a nurse.
I'm going to tell you. I'm not making that up.
Why would I have a nurse?
Yeah, I heard you have a nurse. Listen,
Who tells you these
I'm going to
things?
tell you in a minute.
A nurse.
You have a nurse.
Howard.
I'm telling you. Every 8 hours, this woman has to inject Joan with Botox. Joan has a live-in caretaker.
No, that's called a housekeeper.
Oh, is that what we're
Obviously,
calling
this-
it? Oh.
Obviously, that's some serf that wrote that doesn't understand you have a housekeeper
All right.
named Debbie.
So your caretaker is a housekeeper.
Yes.
All right. So let me understand something. This guy, 75 years old, lucky enough to be going out with a superstar, Joan Rivers.
And I was very charming.
Right, I bet. And you were on good behavior. You didn't insult
Great
him.
stories.
You weren't sarcastic.
No.
No. And
Sorry about his dead wife.
so you go out 2 times with the guy. You go to dinner with him.
Yeah, really good times.
No sex, I would assume. At
Not
that point.
yet.
All right, not yet. Had you gotten your top off at least?
Well, yes, but only in the restaurant.
How do you hold out at this age? You ought to do it on the
Yeah,
table.
Joan, I mean,
on
how
the
much
first
time do you
date.
have? Put out. Did you not have sex? I mean, there was no kiss.
No.
There was no
So
kissing?
my friends all said, I was in town for 1 extra day. I was going to go to England. So my friends all said, call him and say your plane is delayed, which it was.
Right.
So I thought, and they say to me, like you said, you haven't got time to be cute.
Yeah.
You better hurry.
Get to it.
You're already coughing and sneezing.
Yeah, right.